If you think I was involved in some sort of weird international CP ring, then call the feds. Don't make content out of it, because that's a pretty fucked up thing to make content about.
This is you.
Mersh made this handy little creep club thing, and he circled it because now we're talking about something we've talked about before.
Yeah, this is our boy.
He worked on several Nickelodeon shows like iCarly, and he's convicted of raping a client.
This is your sister, your wife, your daughter.
I have a trans person in my family.
Yeah, actually, he does, and she's not bad.
No, she's not.
She's not bad.
So,
but this right here is you.
Notorious pedophile Mersh.
This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. This is you.
If you are making content about it, leads people to believe you're being a little disingenuous.
If by the beginning of the year, you in the media and you losers and all you fucking do-nothings in California do not do something about Dan Schneider, so help me God, I'm going to. Gonna do something about Schneider. I'm gonna burn Viacom to the ground, and my dick's gonna be hard the whole time I do it.
But this is you.
If you are making content about it, leads people to believe you're being a little disingenuous.
have you...
Oh, Dr. Pizza?
There's a tweet of his where he goes, oh, like there's actually just pedophiles out there are just going to say they're pedophiles.
Oh, he has more than a couple of tweets like that.
Long before Pizzagate, which is about 99% idiocy, cheese pizza has been used to refer to child porn. At Dr. Pizza says, yeah, on 4chan. Big fucking deal.
I encourage everyone watching this, go watch PODAWFUL and his absolutely compelling evidence that I operated some underage nude fucking CP Tumblr account 12 years ago. Oh, and the name of the account is Girls and Pizza. I didn't know anything about pizza being a euphemism for that shit till it hit like 4chan. I wasn't that fucking ahead of the curve. Back then I was big on the Tumblr scene. Everybody who knows me knows, right? I'm really into like super young pussy. Watch it with nobody to interrupt you. Watch it alone, a bunch of...
But this is you.
If you are making content about it, leads people to believe you're being a little disingenuous.
We are covering the Lyndon Perry Hypocrite allegations. When you're allegedly grooming 15, 14-year-olds is where it kind of... I think that's more of what we're trying to police and look into. It's just the allegations of the underage people. Listen, Lyndon Perry, don't sue me. That fucking picture right there, that gets you a military tribunal. It doesn't even get you a trial.
If I take down the iHypocrite page, like if you're not guilty, right?
If somebody accused me right now of being like, look, you're into fucking underage girls, you've been inboxing them all left and right, I would leave my shit open.
I'd be sick to the stomach.
Yeah. No, honestly, if I got accused of that, I wouldn't be sick. The motherfucker that accused me of that would be sick.
Yeah.
Because I would bludgeon him to death.
Thank you, Jesse P.S., for your continued commitment to justice in the world. That's old news. I'm a pedophile child pornographer. Please, I encourage everyone to go watch it. Go watch it. Please. We're going with the CP thing now. If you are making content about it, leads people to believe you're being a little disingenuous.
But this is you.
Yeah, predator poachers on locals. We support them. You guys should support them.
Mersh is the one that had turned me on to you. He was like, you gotta see this fucking guy.
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit, this guy's fucking hilarious.
Every once in a while, I'll find something and get obsessed with it.
You make it entertaining.
And for the record, I'm saying go watch PODAWFUL's episode and go look at his Twitter account. Let's go back to me being a pedo, which has been... what is it, 6 years now? I signed up for Gmail in 2017. My email address is old enough to legally fuck. I just told people to go watch PODAWFUL. I said go watch it.
But this is you.
Want to get him to sub?
Oh yeah, if you want to get Rumble, you should download Rumble. Did you bring a shirt? Oh, I brought a shirt, man. Nah.
Oh yeah, dinner's on ROTC tonight, so yeah, do whatever you want. And subscribe to Revenge of the Sis and the Bailout Boys.
On where?
On Rumble.
But this is you.
If you are making content about it, leads people to believe being a little disingenuous. I'm utterly felted right now. Whoa! I've been exposed.
Hey, I just got to talk to you about Billy.
Fuck is Billy?
Oh, well, he's the young boy that you've been kind of talking to online. I've been talking to you.
What young boy?
Your Steam account here online.
Oh, wait, Billy's fucking, he's Pone Malone 69?
Yeah.
That little fucking shit, dude. He offline raided me a Rust, dude.
No.
I spent 2 days, like, building a base, and then the little fucker waited till I logged off.
Operation Repo House is underway. Oh, looks like somebody's a little delinquent on their house payments. Yeah, there he is. There's his little body.
I am now an authorized owner of Mersh's home.
Now time to rebuild a Rust base every day. Because he made me mad, dude. I wouldn't really fuck him or anything. Can you please just tell them I'm a pedophile?
Okay.
Please. And now I'm a pedophile. Go find any chick under 25 that I've had any contact with that isn't some form of a blood relative. My aunt rented a baby so she could get tax write-offs, and then he stuck his dick in my ass. What else you got? I encourage you all to go watch the Pod Awful coverage. Go to the Pod Awful Twitter. Go watch his whole show, please. I'm also a notorious pedophile. Legit, I want people to go find it. Usually I don't allow promotion. Tonight's one of those rare nights. I'm promoting another show. Please go check out Pod Awful. It is what it is, you know?
Called themselves the Goon Squad. Some Rangers would go out gooning.
Welcome, everybody, to the program. I'm your host, Jesse X. They call me Jesse X now. Welcome to Pod Awful. Happy to be here, of course. H2BH. Hi, henchmen. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome. This is Pod Awful. Remember me? Do you remember the show? We're live over at podawful.tv. We've got the live chat room going on. Hi to the chat. What are they saying? Hell yeah, brother. H2BH. Jesse X. Jess X. Says Lisa in the chat. Lisa, that's your girlfriend, Dirk. She's calling me Jess X. She's got sex on the... Whoa! What on earth is that? What is that?
I
have no...
What was that?
I don't know. Alrighty then. Well,
let's not peek behind that curtain.
I don't even know what that was. Okay. Well, anyway, Dirk, your girlfriend is thinking about me sexually right now in the chat room, which is kind of bizarre, don't you think?
Yeah, I'd say. That is.
That is something kind of weird about that, sort of, in some ways. Okay. Well, I think my camera's broken, so I don't know what just happened. This is going to be a tough episode to do if the camera is broken. I have to be honest. I don't really know how you fix something like that. Let's see. Do we do that? Does that do anything? No, nothing. We've been having some real troubles here at the Awful Drome for some time. Hi, everybody. I apologize for, there not being so many shows recently. Unfortunately, what happened was I just plumb forgot.
What happened? I get it.
I just plumb forgot. I just plumb forgot. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the camera. This is going to be tough. Okay, let me just
play the intro again.
Let me just try some things here. We'll see what happens. Is this doing anything? No,
It's black.
no. And then is this doing anything? No, nothing, huh? All right. Well, guys, look, we tried. We tried.
That was a pretty
our
cool
best.
intro.
Hello, and it's working.
Hell yeah.
I don't know what is going on. I don't even know what we were looking at 2 seconds ago. I have no clue what's happening. Pay no attention. All right, so what were we even talking? Oh, Charlie Kirk is dead. Should we talk about that? I know. Listen, I know it's crazy. Should we talk about that for the next 250 years, or are we good? It's official. It's been 2 weeks officially. I know.
Whoa.
I know.
I felt it.
You feel it? Yeah, it's happening. It's out there, everybody. It's been
History changed.
History is now forever in the books, and it's different. It's different than it ever was, and it's different than it's ever going to be. Number one, cancel culture is in, except for the YouTube problem. We're going to talk about the YouTube problem in just a bit. I made a prediction. 2 people made a big prediction, okay, 2 weeks ago. And it's really weird. This is what happened, all right? Just for a little context, you may have seen this. I released a video on YouTube. Should I show this? I guess I should show this because this hasn't really been, well, I shouldn't say it hasn't been on the show. That would be a crazy thing to say. This hasn't been publicly on the show. Maybe I should just start the show off by playing this, then we'll get into the Mersh stuff, okay? Does that sound good? Does that sound reasonable?
For Charlie.
For Charlie. Andy's like, movie for Charlie. We're going to do this. Okay, so I put this out as a clip on YouTube. Did okay. And this was an unbelievable moment from a recent episode of the program, September 10th, the day we shall never forget. We found out live on air what happened to our boy Charlie. Let's take a look. Andy's like moving the other guy's legs or something. I don't know exactly how it works, but they're at the hotel and he's sort of a human vibrator for him. So yeah, I thought it was crazy that Mersh was, a predator and the Dabbleverse doesn't care, but I'm not shocked at all. Obviously, that is what would
Holy
happen.
shit. Charlie Kirk just got shot.
What?
Charlie Kirk? He's got fucking shot in the neck.
Who's Charlie Kirk? Should I look this up? Are you serious?
Yeah, no, look it up on Twitter. What the fuck, dude?
Okay, Charlie. What is he? Is he like a?
He's like one of those.
He's like better
heroes.
Steven Crowder.
Okay, I found it. Charlie Kirk being shot. Should I not show this? Maybe, I don't know.
It's
pretty violent.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really. Oh yeah,
violent.
okay. So this is like a dude doing like a Steven Crowder ripoff kind of thing. All right. All right. So he's like on a college campus. Let's look. All right. I'll just play it here, and then if it's okay to show, I'll show it.
It's rough.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Yo! Oh my god!
Dude, I know.
Shit! Oh my god! Let me look up. How old was this guy? Charlie.
I don't even know.
31.
31. He was 31. This guy.
Wait.
Let me
really?
see if I can. Google Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Yeah, 31 years old. Wow. Oh my god, and he was a father. This is crazy.
Dude.
And so this is like a big political guy?
Yeah.
Oh my dude.
He shook Donald Trump's hand.
Oh my god. Wow. This is going to change everything. This is like the smartest guy that ever existed. He was like the number one guy in Trump's cabinet, basically. I mean, it was like right after the president. It's him. Like, he's probably the next president. Fuck, man. Wow. Well, rest in peace to Charlie. Man, is he dead? Wait, is he dead, or do we even know?
He died in that video.
I mean, it looks bad. If he's not dead, it's a.
He should be in critical condition.
He's got a bucket of blood coming out of his neck.
Lord, we pray that you save and protect Charlie Kirk in his moment of need. Lord, bind and infuse his family with your spirit and protect them forever and ever. Amen. Oh my God.
Amen.
I don't mean to take the Lord's name in vain, but Jesus. Charlie Kirk. Wow. Sorry to interrupt. This is like breaking news, guys. Charlie Kirk dead at age 31. A father, a national hero, a personal hero of mine, an amazing man. We will miss you. That's not him, is it? No.
I think that's
Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Wow, he's 31 years old. There he is.
There he is.
Shout out to the Secret Service, and oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is happening. This is unreal. See, the thing about Charlie Kirk is he was like a vanguard as the he was the number one guy as far as politics even goes at all, right, left, or center. And if he's coming if they're coming after Charlie Kirk, who is just like the nicest, best guy that ever existed, and we all loved him, then that means I could be shot if I wanted to, you know, get people to pay money to come see me in an event. So this
I wouldn't risk it, man.
It wouldn't. No. Well, we do have to risk it. So right now we are going to call, no matter what side you're on, left, right, doesn't matter. It's finally time for an end to violence. And man, if he pulls through this one, it's going to be a miracle. That looked really, really gross. Let me just see the. Oh God. Oh no. They've got a close up angle on it now. No. Oh. Nah, he's dead. Oh.
Yeah, it's a tough watch, man.
Woo. That's disgusting. This just happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a lot to take in, I know. Only 31.
Look, you know, I've had my differences with Charlie over the years, and you know, we definitely didn't see eye to eye on everything politically, but nobody deserves to die this way. Nobody should ever be killed for words. And I think the most important thing to remember here is Charlie was a free speech warrior. And so you can never stoop to their level. Whoever did this, have they caught the shooter yet?
I don't know.
His face is out there. Yet.
Let me see here. They've got him. It's some old liberal fat, some up loving old liberal queer fat. Wow.
Boomer.
Well, that guy, whoever he is, dox him, fucking kill him, kill his family. You can never stoop to their level. Look, we're on the precipice of a race war, I think is the most important thing to note here. And it's time. It's time.
Fuck yeah.
Charlie, man. Fuck. Oh, God. First King Cobra.
I mean, I know you're friends with him. Yeah.
I mean, Charlie was, he was a father. We had actually, his kids and my kids were the same age, according to this Wikipedia article.
Fuck.
And so I've always kind of looked at him as like a brother in Christ. And I guess it's time for me to load up my hot take on this. Jews, Israel,
Yeah, shoot.
Something.
Mossad killed him.
Whatever they're saying. That sucks, bro. That sucks, bro. Holy. Dirk, can you clip this part to put out for everybody else to see, and we can maybe put this on the can you put this on the clip channel for me?
Yeah, I'll do that, man.
And put it up right away. Get the hashtags in there and everything while people are still caring about this. Is it trending? Yeah, it's trending big right now.
Oh, yeah.
This just went wide. That sucks. So Charlie was one of the most powerful and influential, I was going to say influencers. He was so much more than that. He was like an elder statesman for such a young guy. And we'll miss him. Wow. Powerful stuff. 9-10, never forget. So that happened live on the program. Somebody left a really powerful comment on that. They said, wow, Jesse, you basically, in that 8 minutes or whatever it was, you managed to do the entire week-long news cycle on this. It was kind of incredible. Thank you so much for that. We are oftentimes breaking the news here at PodAwful, and a lot of my takes are sort of the hottest takes around. So I said 2 weeks ago, you guys remember this on the World War Shaman episode.
Oh, yeah.
I said, the next 2 weeks are going to be a big deal. Two people said this. I told my friend Ryan Katsu Rivera, I said, listen, man, whatever happens next, give it 2 weeks. Like, chew on this a bit, settle on it a little bit, really figure out if this is where, because everybody starts going, we are now cancel guys. The right guy, it used to be that the left guys were cancel guys, and that was bad. And now it's the right guys, and they're like, get everybody doxxed and fired. Now everybody, somebody just pointed this out to me today. They said, Jesse, you invented doxing is cool and fun, which is true. And they said, now everybody's on board with this. So I've been having a great time. It's been really fun to watch people just getting their jobs taken from them. It's really funny. And it's a lot of fun, but it's also really bad. And it's really fun and funny to watch everybody flip-flop. Basically, everybody is evil now, which kind of puts me out of work, But what an excellent time. The technology going on. We here at Awful Tech have been very, very excited to watch what's going on over the past 2 weeks. And I said, give it 2 weeks, and then everything's going to go back to normal. I tell Ryan this. Ryan works for Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde, then they recorded a video together. It was called This Is You. And this is a big, big video. There was tears. And
I cried.
I couldn't believe it. When I had just told Ryan this, when in this video, I hear Sam say, what did he say? Something like the next 2 weeks are the most important 2 weeks.
Yeah,
ever.
it'll decide the fate of our future.
It'll decide, the fate of our future, which you would think is just the same thing again. But it's going to decide everything the next 2 weeks. So we were looking at it. We both had this 2 week thought, or maybe Ryan said it to him. I don't know. We both had this 2 week thought, but he came at it from one direction and I was coming at it from another direction. Well, here we are 2 weeks out. And what do we care about? Jimmy Kimmel! So there you go, everybody. That is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Kimmel. Unfortunately, the fate of our future will not be decided. Not this week, maybe next week. We'll give it another week and find out. Now, speaking of cancel culture, I realize, everybody's getting into this cancel culture. I canceled Mersh. I guess I sort of tried, I suppose. It wasn't really my intention, but I felt like people should probably know that Mersh is, and I cannot stress this enough, a pedophile. Now, I said that in the last episode, and then Mersh's response was, I'm sure Jesse danced around it, didn't use the term. I used the term. What are you going to do, sue me? It's true. Everything I said was true. And this has been a really insane turn of events because the Dabbleverse, the Diddleverse, I call him the Diddleverse.
I don't think Patrick wants Jesse PS smoke. Jesse's a fucking weirdo.
Okay, I call him the Diddleverse. So these guys don't care. Mersh is the darling of the Diddleverse. And I had a feeling, listen, we'll talk about the Diddleverse, yes, the Diddleverse. So anyway, Mersh, here's the thing. If you saw that episode, we had to do it in the Pizza Fund. It was a primo web, podawful.pizza for the Pizza Fund. We had to do it that way, obviously, because of the subject matter. You can't do that stuff on YouTube. I wanted to do it publicly because I wanted as many people to see it and be able to share the info around as possible. But unfortunately, YouTube, who's letting everybody's coming back, guys. YouTube's letting everybody, cancel culture has been canceled. That's how big we're into canceling now. We're now canceling cancel culture. So everybody's coming back, including Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones. Yeah, never mind. Oh. And Zoop. So anyway, the crazy thing is, I wanted everyone to see this, but Mersh used it against me that this was in the primo section of the website. He knew people, not as many people are going to see. The only people who are going to see are the people who already believe this about him anyway, you know? I never thought this. People ask me this, actually, ever since the episode aired. They were like, did you ever picture Mersh would actually be a child fucker? And this is what he does to him, by the way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, no, sorry. It's just this finger. He does one of these. That thing's going wild in there, buddy. He finds new holes. So if you believe hard enough and cross your eyes hard enough, you can find a new hole on a kid. Stat. So the Diddleverse, these guys didn't care because they can't see the evidence. So I said this during the episode. I was like, I'm going to put the evidence out on Twitter. You can see it for yourself. I put out links. I put out a whole rundown and everything. Mersh did what Mersh does. He was when we were live on the show exposing him, dude, he was getting super chats in about this, and people were in the chat room talking about it. He was so scared. Remember?
Yeah.
Am I making that up? He was.
No, he tried to laugh it off, but there was fear in that laugh.
It's in the episode. You guys can see it for yourself if you watch the Pod Awful episode. Or just watch his show. I beg you, watch his show. Watch it. I'm telling you, please watch his show. Watch his show. Read his Tumblr. I
wouldn't recommend either of those,
you know
actually.
what? Don't do that. You know what's really bad? Because we did the episode, now I went to type in Mersh into my browser today to find a picture of him for the show, and I wasn't paying attention, and it auto-completed, and it went to his Tumblr. I'm like, no!
Oh.
So you do have to be careful. Don't, click the links at your own risk, but the proof is out there. I've screenshotted, we've got archives, we've got everything. Mersh said it in the intro of the show. He said if anybody ever accused him of doing this same stuff, what would he do? He would leave everything up he would leave everything up. Yeah, he'd bludgeon me to death. No, he would leave everything up so that nobody suspects him of being a sex criminal. A paranormal guy. So that's what he did. And he started denying that he ever had a Tumblr. But he was doing that on the show live while being blindsided by this. He had no clue that we had proof that it was his. Like, absolute, it is undeniable. This is Mersh's Tumblr. You can't argue it. And so what did he do? The next day, he had to try to argue it. So he came onto his show and he had himself a little victory lap, knowing that nobody other than Pod Awful people, henchmen, were seeing this episode. So here's what he did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
How about nah?
Can you feel it?
Yeah, I feel something. Is that what you asked the kids?
Can you feel it? I can feel it.
It's a baby's cock.
Take a whiff, boys and girls.
Oh.
Smells like victory to me.
Smells like toxoplasmosis. Victory. He's doing a victory lap. The victory lap is you got a... Even if I'm wrong, even if this did not happen, you're taking a victory lap on the accusation that you're a pedo? That's insane.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Ooh, whoa, I'm doing a little bit better now. That was a nice little show right there. That was looking pretty fucking tasty.
Day 2.
He's got more titty than the girls he looks at.
Of the horrendously failed gay op. Yeah, and just...
Gay op. And henchman, what is a gay op again?
Any op
Something
we
that's
do.
against you.
It's a straight op for everybody else, basically.
It's a straight up. It's a troll that you fell for. That's a gay op. Every single time. It's never when a guy is when Mersh is trolling someone, when he's pranking someone, or when he's just covering somebody's show or whatever. It's never a gay op. Isn't that crazy? It's only a gay op when people do it to him. How does that work? He must be the straightest guy of all time that was raped by a baby.
Odds, you got it. We're going to have the same spurgs, like triple, double, quadruple spamming, which really, by the way, adds a lot of credibility to your bullshit.
Thank you.
Here it is.
Thank you so much.
Guys,
Mersh said so many things in this stream that he never, ever should have said.
Let's hear it from Aaron's perspective.
This is very interesting. So let's
Classic
go through this
Mersh
really
downfall.
quick.
I know.
I love it.
I know.
Because I know I'm going to hurt some feelings. And I don't want to hurt some
Here
feelings.
we go.
But Jesse P.
Aaron the Destroyer coming in. He's going to hurt some feelings.
Yes.
So, just for a little backstory here, the henchmen went out there and tagged every Dabbleverse guy ever.
Oh yeah.
To tell them, hey, Mersh, by the way, has a Tumblr full of CP. That might be something you want to know. And the only guy to cover it was Aaron Imholt, because of course, which I think is very, very funny. By the way, although, and you know, Mersh is going to try to make the same point during this. I will say though, Mersh is playing a clip from Stalin19, who often clips Aaron Imholt and Diddleverse type stuff. So shout out to Stalin19 for being the brave one clipper guy who actually went and reported on the Evidesk, the truth here.
From Pod Awful, who is incredibly talented. I think.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I wish it wasn't you saying it. Is there any way we could get that said by maybe even Johnny? I would prefer, by the way.
It was a very funny show.
All right, well, I'm going to hang it up. Never mind. Bye, everybody.
And I guess he's kept some Mersh powder dry because last night on his show, and you guys can go look this up on your own. I'm not going to spend too much time on.
Please, I'm begging you. I'm absolutely begging you.
I encourage everyone watching this, go watch Pod Awful and his absolutely...
Wait a second. Is that true? Fraud Father saying he covered it. Is that true? I didn't see it if he did. Nobody. Damn, you're really fucking low in the totem pole. That didn't even come back to me if you did. No one noticed if you covered it.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad. If you really covered it, I would like to see that, actually.
Compelling evidence.
If you covered it and you're like, this Jesse guy, I don't know if I mean, he just makes these things up because you also have super tips like Mersh. You're also paid by Melton. So I'm guessing that your coverage of it was like, and then you didn't really have anything to say. And you said I was wrong, even though I proved it. How did you cover it? Because it was you covered my tweet like Aaron?
evidence that I operated some underage nude fucking CP Tumblr account 12 years ago.
Well, if it was 12 years ago, it doesn't count. Everybody, I think we can all agree if you're in your mid 40s and you were a pedophile 12 years ago, water.
He was 30 years old. He was a child.
No big deal.
Please.
As a man with a daughter, I agree.
If I can quote Perry Caravello, that was a long time ago.
Everyone to go watch it. They can keep coming in here and spamming. It's a waste of energy. I'm telling everyone, go watch it. If you think I was involved in some sort of weird international CP ring, then call the feds. Don't make content out of it, because that's
okay. Somebody, can we get feds in here real quick? I gotta let her know. Apparently,
pretty fucked up thing to make content about.
Yeah, that is a fucked up. But ROTC, the only reason they have any viewers, the only reason they ever got any heat was all they covered in their early days was the Dan Schneider Nickelodeon Predator stuff. Every episode of their show was talking about feet. And remember, they're a daily show, so they were doing this 5 times a week. But it's a sick thing to talk about.
If you are making content about it, leads people to believe you're being a little disingenuous.
Mersh plugged his Rumble channel to a pedophile. When he was with Alex, was with Alex Rosen, he told a trailer living pedo about Rumble and then tried to get him to buy a shirt.
And I just,
by the way, awful.tech, the Red Rooms.
I think it's creepy.
Yeah. Get a hat.
And people should know that, like, some of these people are not what they purport to be. And a lot of people profess, like, sometimes the thing they're going after is the thing they might themselves be. You got, especially on the internet, watch these people. Jesse,
which is why, by the way, Aaron constantly goes after revenge pornographers.
PS found a
RP, we call that.
Tumblr account from 2013 that
Red Pepper Pizza, we call it,
belonged to Mersh that featured.
So even if this supposedly belonged to me, a Tumblr account from 12 years ago.
By the way, this is an excellent, like, little case study of the way Mersh now operates, the type of guy he's become. He's always becoming new guys. We know that. Grifting Queen. He's a watch guy, a gun guy, a gym guy, then a very quickly not a gym guy. So, yeah, he's doing it all, right? The current
pedophile guy.
Pedophile guy. He was a pedophile. That was a long time. That was 12 years ago, man. Come on. He just tried it out for a while. You know, you're 33 years old. You just decide to start trying it. That's what happened to Jesus. And see what happened to him? The Jews got him, just like Charlie Kirk. It all comes full circle. Anyway, Mersh, the type of guy he is now, is a laid back, you would have a beer with me guy. Can I explain something? My least favorite thing on earth, and this is not because, by the way, my eyes right now are bleeding. I don't know how else to tell you, warn you about this. My eyes are straight up leaking goo. And I don't know how I'm going to get through this episode. I can barely see. My eyes are failing me. I am going blind. Okay, so Mersh, I hate this. This is not just because I don't drink, all right? Conceptually, I hate this. That thing of, I like this guy. I'd have a beer with him. Like, people vote based on that idea. They vote for the guy they'd have a beer with. Mersh is now using that. This is how he's ingratiated himself into the Dabbleverse. Is he tries to be the, like, hey, I'm just hanging out with you. We're just sitting back, you know, opening up a few brewskis and making fun of Aaron Imholt, the guy that we're all obsessed with. And the craziest part of this, it's while he's not drinking. He supposedly is no longer drinking. He's doing a lot more Adderall to make up for it. I believe he is still dry hatching kratom. He's driving to Georgia to get himself 7 tabs. But he's not drinking, so he's doing a lot better. And I hate that. The sickest thing you can do is fake being the guy you can have a beer with. And the way Mersh does it now, and this is his way to poison the well. You look at PodAwful, right? This is why he keeps saying, go watch PodAwful, go do it. Because the dudes who watch his show are fucking in an AA meeting right now. They're all sitting around just hugging each other and going, it's okay, brother, one step at a time. And then they come over to PodAwful, and this is a wacky look. I mean, trust me, I get it. This is a fucking cartoon. So, this is like flipping from The Wire over to the Cartoon Network, and now you're in Dexter's laboratory. Dee, please get out. So you're on your 15th day of sobriety, and you're like, I can't wait till I get my chip. And then you see something as garish as this. It's a horrifying thing. This is why Mersh was complaining about the red light forever, is because these people can't handle something like this. That's on me. That's my fault, but that's what I like. These guys like a guy where it's like, hey, what if we went to the casino together? I'm fucking 70. I hate that. You shouldn't want to be friends with the guy you watch. You shouldn't want to be friends with the guy you're voting for. Anybody you watch on the internet, any politician, who's another type of guy where they do I'd have a beer with that guy. That's why I like him. I feel like they do that with like sports guys too, which is like the worst fucking thing. Okay. Hey, Chris, you mind if we don't listen to your pregnant cat? Is it in heat? What's happening?
Sorry, he just decided to meow. No clue.
Okay. I felt like I was in Mersh's lap. Sorry, he says. Hey, every one of these types of guys, it doesn't matter who they are, politician, internet guy, these are insane people. You shouldn't want to be friends with them. You should fear them. They're psychopaths. A guy thinks he should be talking to you into a microphone. That's a sick fuck. Got it? That's a weirdo. You don't want to have a fucking... I've had a beer with this guy. You don't want to do it. It's one of the most bizarre... It's like you're in an MC Escher painting or something. Salvador Dali is checking his watch and it's melting off of his fucking wrist when you're sitting across from this guy having a beer. You've watched me do it. It sucks. Okay? Number one, the man is non-Euclidean in form. It's straight up a mystery what's going on from below the tit. Every angle of him, he looks like a totally different size. It shouldn't even be possible. There's no amount of beers on earth that will give you the goggles you need to think this is a normal person to hang out with. I've always said this, the thing I hate about stand-up comedy, because I've been a long-time hater of stand-up comedy, as a guy who used to do improv, I would always make fun of the stand-up guys, though, because the only way anyone ever enjoys stand-up is by getting drunk. And if people have to be drunk to laugh at you, you're not actually funny. Everyone in Mersh's audience is impaired. Okay? So his thing now is he's the you'd have a beer with me guy. And the way he does this, really listen to it throughout this whole thing. You'll start to notice it. You'll start to pick up on it. I'm giving you the eyes to see. He's doing his California Mersh guy. Remember that? Old Mersh? The way he used to talk when Revenge of the Sith started, where, hey everybody, it's me, Mersh.
Yeah.
He starts doing that a little bit here. Let me actually roll it back just a little bit. You'll hear it. Listen to this.
So even if this supposedly belonged to me, a Tumblr account from 12 years ago.
It supposedly belonged to me. A Tumblr account from 12 years ago.
He's
Okay.
reverting back to how he sounded when he had the Tumblr account.
Exactly. It's muscle memory for him. And also, he's this close to saying hang 10, which is also the age of some of the women that he likes to hang dong in front of. So.
As Jesse puts it,
hot fucking case. He's hot on the case.
Suspiciously young looking.
This is so old, it's a cold case.
Looking girls. But it is way worse the deeper you look. Now, I'm just putting this.
You know what they do with cold cases, though, right? They try to solve them. So he's like, it's a cold case. Throw it away. We'll just never figure that one out. The victims' families want closure, Mersh.
Up here so you can see that at PodAwful.
We got a hot scoop. Apparently, Mersh had a Tumblr account 12 years ago. And by the way, never had a Tumblr account. I will stand by that.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Never in my life
Whoopsie-daisy.
did I go, you know what I'm into? I need a photo bucket, but like different.
A photo bucket. Now, that is so boomery that I'd almost go like, okay, this guy really hasn't ever used Tumblr, I guess. Unfortunately, as you see on the screen, we found the proof, and this is what I showed in the last episode. As we explained before, Tumblr had a giant data breach in 2013. And on haveibeenpwned.com, a website where you can check to see if your password is at risk, if it's ever been released in any sort of your email, your passwords were ever in some sort of data breach, Mersh's email comes up as having been pwned on Tumblr. All right. So now, and he knows this, though. By the time this episode happened, he knew that we had this. So now he's got to try to run and figure out a new way that he didn't have a Tumblr.
Like, I wasn't really even terminally online 2012, 2013.
That's not true either.
So
no, it's not.
And we'll be showing that in just a moment.
A Tumblr account, because my email was somehow attached to the account, that literally anybody could have done that.
Anybody could have done it? I'll let him continue, actually. Let him dig the hole.
Anyone could have done that. Oh, and the name of the account is Girls and Pizza. But, like, I didn't know anything about pizza being a euphemism for that shit till it hit, like, 4chan. I wasn't that fucking ahead of the curve.
It hit 4chan in like 2004. Okay. When did 4chan come out? 2003? It would be, I would say, the next year. Certainly by that point, cheese pizza was a known phrase. CP was a known abbreviation. The mascot of the internet for like the early years was Pedo Bear. The joke was, ooh, he's coming for it. It was like cute. Reddit.com had an entire section called Jailbait, which was like, that was like front page material. That was totally normal. Okay, we were tracking the Olsen twins' ages.
Go see this for yourself on Twitter.
Go see this, guys.
I'm not going to show these pictures because
it's shocking. And for the record, I'm saying go watch PodAwful's episode and go look at his Twitter account. Let's go back to me being a pedo, which has been, what is it, 6 years now trying to get that to stick? Let's go back to that.
What does that mean?
6 years.
What is he talking about? These years keep jumping all over the place. What are you going to say, Dirk? Go ahead. You guys can jump in.
He thinks we've been calling him a pedophile for years. When you came out with that shit, I was like, what the fuck? How is this real? I never thought that in a million years.
Never. I've never said, maybe jokingly, I have said before that he has pedos in his audience because he does. He
hangs out in VR chat.
Well, that was a little that wasn't 6 years ago. That was this year.
To kids too.
Yeah, he did groom kids on VR chat this year. That was this year though, which doesn't count.
I know, right?
That doesn't count because that was a long time ago. So I have never said this about unless it's like a joke in passing. I've never really tried to claim this ever. I never would do that. I've said a million times on this show that pedo has been so overused as an insult, And I'm sure every guy in the Diddleverse has been accused of this. So that's why it's meaningless to them. It means nothing to them. They're all, because it's all of them. It's everybody. They've all been accused. They all have accused each other. It's like with Vito. It's like, even if he was doing it to the kids now, who would even believe it at this? Like, you'd be like, okay, yeah, we know. And then you'd move on with your life, right? That's where we're at. It's like when someone calls someone a Nazi or racist now. A pedo means nothing anymore. I knew this going into the episode. I had planned for that. I almost didn't even want to do the episode, but I'll tell you more about that later.
It says most of the reposts from accounts like Teen Bad Girls, and Girls and Pizza. Now, that's pizza has often been used as a code.
Oh, it sure has. Sure has.
A lot of really.
It has, and you covered it on your show.
Bad underage things.
It sure has. Sure. Yeah. Mersh, you did a whole for months, you guys covered Pizzagate. I mean, which is not real, by the way.
Finally.
Have been removed
All right, let's continue. Let's hear more about me being a pedo.
You don't have to say these things. You could elect to never say it.
That when these
this is his victory lap. In his victory lap, I counted close to 27 times him just calling himself a predator.
Notorious pedophile Mersh.
Adult sites all got caught. Basically,
is that real Radio Shaman in chat?
That is.
Dude, call in. We'd love to have you. Guys, the comedy She-Man in the motherfucking house.
Yeah. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, guys. The Pod Awful is badass.
I would love to have you in here, man. Come into the Discord and join the on air with us. Do the call.
I love you, Jesse. And I know
he's on a
you love me too.
generational run. Have you seen
And
his
I'm
morning
tired
videos?
of lying to the world about our relationship.
Yeah, I've seen his morning videos. He's doing great. It's going to be amazing. And we've got a great upcoming episode about Comedy Shaman for you guys. It's going to be insane. He doesn't even know about it. He doesn't know it exists. We could tell him about it if he comes in here.
Engaging in underage content, and they removed all of it. These pictures that Mersh had were part of that.
Oh, yeah.
What is the one thing they could have posted to result in a violation?
Aaron's Columbo now. Aaron and Jesse are fucking partners. They're detectives. And they got the scoop.
If you weren't around for early ROTC, like, do you remember the image of Mersh and Royce like standing back to back next to each other?
Oh my god! That stupid shirt.
The entire premise of ROTC. This is not a joke. This is going to sound insane. You ready for this? The entire premise of ROTC in the early days is that they were Miami detectives together solving pedophilia crimes. I'm not kidding. That was the premise of the show named after Star Wars for some reason, was that they are Miami. What is that show called? Miami Vice. They were Miami Vice, and they solved the child rape cases together or something. I don't know. I swear that's what was happening.
Come on.
But that's not all. Most of these accounts that the Mersh
they say stop it in the chat. It's true.
Account followed made posts using the hashtag selfers or self shots, which are hashtags that were used by paranormals. That means
this is his big argument, by the way, against it. Is like, yes, he's just nodding his head. Yeah. Radical. Okay, sweet. Tubular.
He's using it's a word he's using for to distribute materials under the radar. And part of the reason that Tumblr banned adult content.
By the way, the funny thing here, I didn't even write this tweet. This was written by a cult member. I don't know if they want me to say, but I didn't write this. So I just copied and pasted it. It's all true, though. I double checked it.
He is literally reading a schizophrenic Pod Awful post like he got this from the Associated Press.
photos have been removed.
What was that insane URL that redirected to ROTC's website? Well, there's been a few. There was revengeofthesist.lgbt. That was one. I'll tell you where you can find the I'll tell you where you can find the proof that Mersh did all this stuff. Now, this is, I don't recommend doing it, but you can 100%. If you want to turn in the evidence to the police or something, you can give them this link. You can find it over at childpornhub.com. Are you writing it down? I hear a million pens out there right now scribbling as hard as possible. What was that? There's a little bookmark sound in my ear.
I'm sending it to Alex Rosen.
Pornhub.com. I just blew a fucking snot rocket out of my nose.
For violating Tumblr's user guide.
That's not a joke, by the way. Legitimately, the evidence is there. You're gonna look? Let me know in the chat if you look. It's not I'm not tricking you. This is real.
Guidelines. Jesse then writes, you may be asking.
Yeah.
Don't admit you checked. Don't admit you checked.
This all looks bad. But
You may be asking. They wrote this. It's so well written. It's a good little essay.
Thank you, Holmes. You're not a bad essay yourself. You mind if I come over there and blow you a kiss?
How do we know this is Mersh himself? Well, firstly, Mersh isn't smart enough to use an alias. And second, if you check the Tumblr data breach from 2013, the same year this account was most active, you'll find the email of none other than Mr. Check Bio himself.
Whoa!
Mersh.
Someone used an email of mine that's been public for 18 years to sign up for Tumblr.
All right, hang on. We're going to have to start doing math here in a second. So remember that 18 years, okay, public. By the way, all right, it's public. Are you implying that somebody did this to you in 2013 when no one knew who you were? Like, Mersh was not a lol cow in 2013. Who's going to do this as a prank to him in by the way, not 2013. 2011, I think. At least, excuse me, as early as 2011.
It had to be me. My public email that I've been giving out for I signed up for Gmail in 2017.
Okay, that's not 18 years ago.
My email address is old enough to legally fuck.
You sure? Are you 100% sure on that one?
It's an 8-year-old email address, bro.
You want to take that back or... Listen, Mersh had a very traumatic experience with a rented baby around 8 years old. And so he views the world differently than you and I.
Yeah. Oh, and fun fact.
He can't even keep the story straight. Like, that's all one. That's not edited. That's all one sentence. Even in that short period of time, he couldn't figure it out.
Back in 2009, 2010... they didn't do all this email verification shit to sign up for stuff.
They only invented that last year.
They didn't start doing that
Are you
till
kidding me?
About 10 years ago.
10 years ago is... Oh, you mean... That's all what the fuck. 10 years ago. All right, now, obviously that sounds stupid, right? That sounds retarded on its face, that they weren't doing it. Well, I looked it up. And I am not a liar. Despite what the internet says about me, I am not a liar. I looked it up. And in this particular case, Mersh is right.
What?
Oh, yeah. In 2013 and before. Actually, well, 2011. 2011, certainly. Up until fairly recently, which makes me believe that Mersh looked this up before the show. He's like almost quoting the right dates here. Tumblr specifically did not require email verification. That's just fucking true. Now, here's the thing. They didn't require it, but they did make it so that you couldn't use all of the features if you did not verify it. So obviously, if you don't understand, verification, obviously, you give them your email, they send you an email, and then you click a link and it says, hey, you got the email. That means this really is your email. Mersh is saying somebody could have just signed up with his email. He never verified it. Now, logic problem number one with that. Since 2011, Mersh has been receiving emails from Tumblr and never questioning it. Anytime whoever signed him up reblogged something or someone reblogged his thing or left a comment or liked anything or a new update came through Tumblr or they did a TOS change or anything, Mersh was receiving emails and it never occurred to him, wait a second, I didn't even sign up for Tumblr. So that's logic problem number one. Logic problem number two is, despite not requiring the verification, they did require verification if you wanted your profile to be searchable on Tumblr. Here is a live Tumblr page, and I'm just going to type in Mersh. Now, if Mersh is right, and his email never verified that he owned the account, his name should not come up. You can look this up yourself. This is one of the features that they would lock you out of without verification. MERSH. Number one, with a bullet. Whoops. Well, it's funny. You zoom in and all of a sudden it says free queer books. But if you can't read it there, number one, at Mersh. And just to be clear, and I cannot show this, I can't click on it. That's his account. It's got the same profile picture that we went over in the last episode. This is mersh.tumblr.com, which means this email was 100% verified.
Yes.
Inarguable. You don't come up in search otherwise. By the way, Tumblr now does require verification. So if you had not verified for all those years where they allowed that to be the case, you had to do it by a certain year. I can't remember what it was now, but it actually was fairly recent. It was like only a few years ago. So your shit will not come up at all if you never did it. Just won't. You can't access it. That's how it works. Look it up.
Yeah.
They started
Also,
really-
I want to address one thing he said earlier. He said the name of his account was Girls and Pizza.
That's
not true.
Right.
The name of the account is Mersh.
The name of the account. Yeah. Just to be. Oh, yeah. This is a great. Thank you, Urquit. This is a great point. So so we have to believe that in 2011, someone knew Mersh's email, wanted to fuck with him, knew ahead of time that you could just sign anybody up for Tumblr, signed him up for Tumblr with his email. He never noticed it and thus never said, hey, this isn't me. They named the account mersh.tumblr.com at Mersh, which, like, why would you do that? But why wouldn't you make it like gay sex haver 69.tumblr.com? And then, and this is the craziest part, then they went on to just use it in a fairly normal way for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
See, that's the part that doesn't make sense. If this was a prank or this was somebody messing with him, they were weirdly dedicated to it. And when I say weirdly, I don't mean the way Mersh says it, weird. I mean, they off and on for 3 years occasionally would go look at child porn on it and then reblog it. Where is the bit in that? As a guy who has spent way longer than 3 years pranking Mersh, I just don't see that one. That one doesn't really add up to me. I don't know. You guys let me know.
Tightening up. You couldn't just make a fucking account. Back in the day, you could sign up for shit with any goddamn email address. And as long as that person didn't see the email going, did you sign up?
So you didn't see it? You just never saw any of the emails. By the way, he definitely saw them after he said this live on the show, because then we all started sending him forgot password requests on Tumblr. So his inbox is now filled with these.
There was no verification codes back then and shit. So literally,
it's just a lie, though. By the way,
anybody that had my email,
that you could verify. It was an option to verify.
And also, Facebook famously in the early days was only available if you had a .edu email address, and that was in like 2006.
Yeah,
so they've been doing email verification for longer than 10 years.
Yeah, Tumblr was odd in that they didn't require it, but that was part of what helped them take off originally, was that people would just make these burner Tumblr accounts. Well, you know what you would use you know who the type of guy to use a burner phone would be? You know who's the type of guy, you know what the kind of thing you might use a burner Tumblr for?
Address could have signed up for this. And
he's saying could. He's just throwing out theories. Hey, any of these things are possible. Who knows?
I don't believe that there's really an account linked to my address.
It doesn't matter if you believe it. It's right there in fucking front of you. It's on the screen. I don't believe it, he says. He's showing it.
Because Jesse, P.S., is a fucking liar. I don't want to be out of line when I say shit like that.
I'm going to sue him for this.
I don't want to say anything that might be considered, I don't know, legally actionable.
Yeah, we're doing it. Guys, we're suing.
Finally.
Yeah.
We're doing it. I'm calling him a pedophile. Don't you ever call me a fucking liar. I am not a liar. I'm a joker. But I'm not a liar. That's different. Sometimes jokes are lies. Okay? Sometimes. This is not a joke. Notice how the audience isn't laughing? So, this is 100% real. I'm not fucking... I would never do this, by the way. I would never... Unless somebody did it to me. If a guy said, hey, Jesse is a pedo, I would then say that guy's a pedo, right? But just out of the blue, unprompted. By the way, Mersh has actually, now that I think about it, Mersh has said that about me, and I still never did that back to him. Mersh has said multiple times on his show when he just ran out of gas on how to hit me back. He was like, he's probably a pedophile. You know he jacks off with the kids. He said that shit. We've heard him say it.
Mm-hmm.
So, number one, fuck him. But number two, I came with receipts. And I'm not talking about to child pornography, and that's what I blew my load in. That would release BPA into my penis, and I'd turn into a lady. I'd start looking like Mersh, have no shoulders. It would be freakish to do something like that.
But he's pretty dishonest.
Oh, tink, 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 tink. Did I have anything to do with the Christchurch shooting? Tink, 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 tink. Mersh has blamed me for a swatting that never happened. He's never been swatted, but I've been blamed for it. He's blamed me for the Christchurch shooting. He's blamed me for calling the cops on Owen Benjamin, a guy I know nothing about. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's not even in my wheelhouse. Mersh knows him and was his major A-log for years, and also was contacting the same police officers. Wonder who called the cops on Owen Benjamin. The number of things Mersh has lied about, the list is so long. You know, Santa Claus doesn't have that much work in a fucking year when it comes to lists. There is no... I can't even... It would be easier to name the things that Mersh has told the truth about. I know I'm fat. I know I'm a drunk. I know I'm retarded. That's about it. That's the list of things he said that are true.
Comedy@gmail.com.
See, if you guys are just autistically screaming.
Please. Tylenol-American.
Spamming, botting my chat. It's like, you're not helping your case. I'm watching The Thing. I just told people to go watch Pod Awful. I said go watch it.
Hell
what do
yeah,
you want
brother.
from
Thank
me?
you. Thank you so much. Wish it wasn't a pedo saying it, but thank you. Shout outs. Everybody spread the word, except for the pedo. Don't. If you're a pedo, please don't spread the word. But everybody else, thank you so much for that.
I don't know what else. Is it just like I literally? Is it just going to be continued? Address this, and it's like,
yeah, until you address it without a lie. Yeah, probably. That would be the normal reaction.
I addressed it. I'm literally addressing it. It's right now. We're in the process of addressing it. You're just all screaming, copy pasted things up.
Yeah, but the way you're addressing it is lying. You're just going, I didn't do it. What this? Address this. Now, this is the funny tactic he's using. The whole time he's playing the clip of Aaron reading this part that 100% proves that his email was connected to the Tumblr while he's saying that probably didn't even happen. He keeps pausing it so that the sentences never finish. So his audience never hears the full sentence. They don't have the full context. Obviously, they aren't reading it off of his screen here. And then he keeps making it about the chat so that their eyes stay on the chat room. That's how insidious this is. He only starts bringing up the spamming and the quote-unquote spamming in the chat once this is on screen. The spamming had been happening the whole time.
Over and over again. I'm pointing my entire audience to the funnel of information.
He's like, go anywhere but looking at this screen right here, right now, please.
And telling them to go find out. For them to go watch Pod Awful's thing.
Link to it.
Why are you still yelling at me?
Oh my, who am I, Royce? I feel like Royce all of a sudden. Why are you, I was nice to you.
Can be confirmed on
It doesn't
look. He goes, Aaron's like, it can be confirmed on, and he's about to say, haveibeenpwned.com, and Mersh pauses it right there. He's not going to let that get out.
Help your case.
You were done talking about it.
You know?
Have I been...
Guys.
He can't finish it. He can't let it finish. Haveibeenpwned.com. Go put in mershcomedy@gmail.com. You can go do it yourself. There you go. There you go. You don't have to believe. I can be the biggest liar on earth. Is Have I Been Pwned a liar? Are they a silly cartoon arch nemesis? Too?
Let's make sure.
So there it is, the Tumblr.
Let's make sure when we get in there, guys, remember, hands in the middle. Remember, be as spastic as possible. Be as spastic, as antisocial, and as psychotic as possible. You want to be as off-putting as you can.
Is this the advice Mersh's dad gave to him before he died or something? What am
I? Like, are you talking about himself?
So people believe us. You guys got it?
Her account was his. And that tweet from Jesse has all the links. I've got it, and your hand is over your mouth, and for good reason. I mean, this is some creepy shit.
Yeah, this is dark.
And
Aaron is so over dramatic. Wow, his hand wasn't even over his mouth. If Johnny's got his hand over his mouth, it's probably because there's like a lung coming out or something. Yeah, this is actually one of the darkest days of human civilization. And Charlie Kirk, right, everybody? Charlie Kirk.
Hell yeah.
Just to be clear, I don't like that Charlie Kirk died. I have to say that if there was somebody freaking out in the chat earlier, are you going to address that you made fun of I didn't make fun of Charlie Kirk dying. I would never do that. It's gross. What's wrong with you? I would never do that because then you would have me fired from my podcast.
And, you know, as someone with three kids, I don't, this kind of shit.
And then everybody's like,
He just did it's like Aaron just did as somebody with 3 kids. That's what everybody was saying about the Charlie Kirk thing. He had kids.
That's what everybody was saying about the Ricada thing.
Well, Does he still have those kids, or did they float away at this point? Are they that high? Is he?
I think they're more cocaine than kid now.
Mhm. Does he? Does he exist? What happened? Is he? Oh my God! Wait a second! I just remembered. Ricada posted one of the most insane, Charlie Kirk tributes that exists. I totally wiped this out of my mind. So, hey, somebody find that and put it in the side chat here. And it's just on his channel. It's Charlie Kirk RIP or something like that, I'm sure. And remind me, we should probably take a look at that. Okay.
I saw somebody on Twitter go, all Mersh has to do is use his Gmail to log into that Tumblr account and prove it's not his. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
To prove it's not yours.
Somebody may have signed up with my email. I've never been attached to a Tumblr account. And if there is one with all that stuff on it, I ain't signing up for it now. You got me fucked up.
It's not signing up for it to just do the forgot password.
You know, like, it's like, I guarantee you, none of those fucking IPs and shit that were using that account were from fucking Tampa or Orlando or wherever I was fucking living at the time. I'm sure they were from fucking Bangladesh and Thailand or wherever.
I don't think he was in Florida at this. He's not even telling the truth about where he lived. Didn't he live in North Carolina or something like that? He can't even. He's like, yeah, definitely that IP was probably in the Carolinas somewhere. So, I'm a Florida guy. You guys remember me, Florida Mersh, California, Florida Mersh.
So why would I log in and go, let me try? No, thank you.
To prove that you can't. Why would I log in? If you can, that's bad.
I'm as insulated from the internet as fucking.
Yeah, what if I get the password right? Says Goat Scroat in the chat room. Yeah, what if he gets the password right? I don't even want it. That's not even what the person in the chat was even saying to do. They're literally saying, like, run the forgot password and see if you get the email. Just show us if you get the email. If you get the email, okay, no big deal. Maybe you're right. Maybe somebody else signed you up for it. You could still be right. Why are you so scared to do this?
Humanly possible. All I do is play video games. The worst thing that could catch me doing is watching a TV show I don't actually own. No, I shan't be playing your little games, Jesse.
Huh?
Did he fart?
It sounded like it, right? No, that was just one of the patented Mersh mouth noises. My setup does a lot to help Mersh and remove a little bit of the extra phlegm from his constant mouth machinations. But yeah, that one escaped. That one squeaked on by.
You know, thanks.
Shit. No, thank you. I mean, if
you know what? Maybe I should do this. Should I? Should
I do have the video on the side chat?
You got it. Should I maybe become for the rest of this video? Should I be like a laid back sort of you could have a beer with me kind of guy? We'll give that a shot. I'm not going to be so over the top, guys. This is about to get, if it feels a little off, if things feel a little boring, a little less showman-y, it's because we're just hanging out, you know.
Yeah. A New York accent helps too. Drink some brewskis.
There might be a lot of dead air, mouth noises. No big deal. You know? I mean, let's all right. And watch this. I'm telling you guys, watch Nightwave. Watch it.
You're associated with this guy. You've already.
Hal said, where are the mods? They're working on it.
Kind of.
There's a few in here. They're getting it done.
Shown by who you've thrown your lot in with.
And also, sometimes there's a lag. You know what I mean? So
you know what I mean?
It's hard to.
That you're okay with this kind of stuff. So I'm telling you right now, don't back out now. It's pretty up. And thank you, Jesse PS, for finding that.
Thank you, Jesse PS, for your continued commitment to justice in the world. I'm utterly felted right now. I've been exposed.
And Mersh looks like Patrick, and obviously Patrick has had his problems with not being able to control himself with sexual stuff. Mersh, fat, hopeless, basement dwelling,
Basement
neckbeard.
Basement dwelling. Woo! Welcome to the cult, Mersh.
Shout out.
Welcome to the cult of the basement dweller, Mersh. You're one of us now.
Go find any
We are kicking you out, though, because it turns out you're a pedophile.
chick under 25
And I want to sit on the couch.
that I've had any contact with that isn't some form of a blood relative. And now I'm a
pedophile. By the way, that is like, Nate, find a chick under 25 that I've had any form of contact with that isn't a blood relative. That doesn't rule out that you tried to fuck her. Like,
who's doing the most child raping? Blood relatives.
Blood relatives. Blood. The Mersh, the only 100% confirmed person he's ever had sex with was a relative. They were a rented relative and male, but they were a relative.
And a baby.
And a baby. But, so under 25 for sure. But that's it. That's the only one we know 100% Mersh had sex with him. You know, we don't have proof of this. Obviously, we don't have any proof of this. However, why would you ever tell someone that if it was fake?
pedophile. Remember, you got to keep up with this, guys. I'm also a notorious pedophile. I encourage you all to go watch the Pod Awful coverage. Go to the Pod Awful Twitter. I encourage you, check out Pod Awful. Check out his Twitter, his YouTube, and watch his whole thing. Watch it with nobody to interrupt here. Watch it alone. And
what's up?
That feels like please, I'm being nice to you. Please stop coming at me.
Yeah, I was
Like
nice to you. Yeah, that's his.
He's like overdoing the please go watch it and make your own decision.
He's saying it over and over again because he knows the more he says it, the more they won't do it. They already weren't going to. But if he didn't say that, a couple of them would get an itch and go, well, it'd be interesting to see, you know? This is a guy I watch. It'd be interesting to see what this guy has to say, maybe. I don't know who Jesse is. I don't know what Pod Awful is. Let me go. But then the more and more he professes this, they'll probably in their head go, I don't have to watch it then. Mersh gave me the thumbs up not to. It's poisoning the well. That's all it is.
really sink it in. And you come back here and you tell
let that sink in.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in, guys.
By the way, Shaman disappeared from chat after I told him to join us in Discord. So you can call in, though. I always forget to say this now. PodAwful.com/cult is our Discord. Join our Discord. You can just join just to call in. You join the call-in channel. We'll drag you on air. If you got something you want to say about this or any other topics at hand, feel free. Call into the show. PodAwful.com/cult.
Tell me if you really think I had a fucking pizza girl teen Tumblr in 2013. Why are they so fucking insecure?
Mersh has been killing it lately. Just prove these spurgs wrong and recover password with your email from Tumblr to show nothings happens. By the way, big fan.
Here's some
Ooh, look at this. So just to explain a little bit here, Mersh had long moved on. This is way deeper into the same episode. And you can see he's caught off guard here because we paid the extra $50 to just make the super chat come in and interrupt him. I don't know who did that one, but thank you so much for doing that one. The irony here is he's in the middle of saying, why are these guys so insecure? And then
insecure.
Mersh has been killing it lately.
Did you see it? He almost did gay car repo hand again. He goes,
I found something interesting just now.
Yeah.
You know, More Like Radio was their old show or something? Well, there's a More Like Radio Tumblr account with their same logo that they used to have for the show from 2016, but there's only two things they posted. They're not like girls or pizza related, but
well,
you know,
we'll check Wayback Machine just to be sure on that. But
hell yeah.
What are the two things they posted?
some stupid Shirley Hempel meme with Shirley Temple smoking something and some other gay shit.
In fairness, More Like Radio is Royce's thing.
Well, I was trying to look up if Royce had a Tumblr. That's how I even got to there.
Imagine RoyceLopez.tumblr.com. It's just that easy. Royce is More Like Radio. That's his thing. However, you said 2016?
Yeah.
Mersh was involved by that point. So to act like you have no involvement with a Tumblr ever whatsoever, even if they only posted 2 things, 2016 is when they start formulating their plan to start Revenge of the Sis. So they're working. Mersh lives with Royce during that moment. That's a great find, Ray. Thank you. So I think it was Feds that sent this in, by the way. $55 to interrupt Mersh with this.
Just prove these spurgs wrong and recover password with your email from Tumblr to show nothings happens. By the way, big fan.
He's so scared. He's so insecure. He starts doing the jack off motion. That's not a good thing to do, by the way, when we're talking about CP. You probably want to leave this motion out of it.
Here's some excuses why I won't. Tink, 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 tink.
I love this. I love this. Mersh has spent the entire episode poisoning the well against anything we had to say. So now we interrupt him middle of some other thing. Put him on the spot to do the one thing that could prove that he never had a Tumblr. And then poison the well with his own voice. I love super tips, by the way. I'm a big fan. Clip this. Clip this, okay? I am the biggest fan of super tips. Get me on super tips, Patrick. I want to become a super tips guy. You cannot pass up how good it is to force a guy to listen to his own voice say the one thing he doesn't want to hear. Supertips.gg/Mersh is a gay retard. That's my super tips, by the way. I do demand that that's my thing if I join. So we poison the well. Now it's like, here's all the reasons I won't do it. So what's he going to say to that? The most brilliant part is this was a $55 super chat. He's making no money. He needs that $55. So if we
helped him that night.
We did. We helped him big time. So he has to respond to the super chat or he knows it'll get charged back. So now what do? He's in a catch-22. He can only respond one way, and that's by doing it. Otherwise, everything else is, here's my list of reasons why I won't do this. Tink, 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 tink. Here we go. What does he do?
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. We were actually kind of hurting tonight, so that's going to give us a nice little bump. But I do appreciate it. I'm not sure what really, no, I'm not going to be connecting accounts to things. I won't be doing that.
Tink, 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 tink.
Definitely
tink,
won't
tink,
be doing
tink.
that. I'm not going to password recovery an account I never owned. That's insane. I'm not falling for your little games, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I've done very well in my life, not living my life on PODAWFUL's terms.
Have you? By the way, that $55 is from PODAWFUL. Have you? You sure?
Going to start in my 40s.
Okay, he's not going to start in his 40s, ladies and gentlemen.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PODAWFUL.pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
PODAWFUL.pizza.
Can you say PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet?
Very Criminal Live is the best show on the internet.
How about this? Snap to, sit up straight, and say, hey, I'm Perry Caravello, and I think PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet.
Look, all right, I'll be nice and I'll say I think PODAWFUL is the best show on the internet. But I really think my show's the best show on the internet. But when I snap out of this bunk, is when my show's the best show on the internet.
Nah, not tonight. Far from the best show tonight.
Not tonight. Exactly. Tonight, no good.
All right. Kim Park in the chat room says we need more Josh Moon coverage. Yeah, if there was any, he doesn't do anything. There's not really a lot going on there. What am I going to cover? Him covering all the stuff I do and the rest of the internet does? It's not really a lot of meat on them bones.
The internet, we have to save the internet.
Right.
You want a quick update on Josh Moon?
All right, sure, yeah.
He has still never been a normal weight.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he hasn't done it. There's your update, Kim. No, I would love to. I love covering Josh Moon. It's really funny. I mean, what a lolcow he is. That episode was insane. Dirk, we got a lot more Mersh for you, and we've got a lot more other stuff coming up here as well. But Dirk, I just saw in the chat room, you're having a little back and forth with Radio She-Man, aka Comedy Shaman. Is he accusing you of being a pedo? Is that what's happening?
No, he's accusing feds. Remember that?
Oh,
a long time ago, he said
it's a long time ago. It doesn't count. That was a long time ago.
But no, a long time ago, he accused feds of having a Tumblr, just like Mersh. Bunch of I think it was furry porn actually, or lolly porn, something like that.
Yeah,
I forget.
That was all sorted out because that was a person who made a Tumblr to make
fun of
feds. Dox her and
Yes.
everything. Yeah,
it was obviously.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. The very thing that Mersh was claiming happened to him actually happened to feds. And it's obvious. It's obvious because it was doxing her. Like, why would she dox herself? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, all right. I thought he was talking about you for a second there.
No.
Whoa! I have to change my entire stance on pedophilia. That's how much
it's okay now.
Dirk. Yeah, it's good, I guess. Dirk
me and Clay are good.
Dirk is my boy. Anyway, I was doing some digging on Mersh, and I found his old website and his old YouTube on the Wayback Machine. This is interesting. You know, he used to be Mersh33 on YouTube. I don't know why.
Mersh 40.
This is him, by the way. This is definitely really him because here you can see somebody did a little sketch of him for his profile pic. It says Mersh. It's him doing stand-up. They decided, they got real liberal with it and decided to give him a chin, a whole jawline, and even hair. But they still 100% got his pot belly. So that, he didn't avoid the pot belly. He didn't avoid the sloppy jacket. Now, here's the interesting
Is that Ray
part.
Ray's Happy Zort?
Yeah, I think so. He's been around a long time. Check this out. September 22nd, 2007. He said he opened up his Gmail when? 10 years ago? 2018? What did he say?
I think so.
8 years ago. 8 years
2017.
ago. 2017. Yeah. Okay, so here's 2007. Now, in fairness, YouTube, they didn't have Gmail connected to YouTube originally. YouTube wasn't even originally Google, right? Right. But by 2011, you had to connect a Gmail account to your thing. So what that then begs the question: what email does he have connected to this YouTube account? Now, I've seen on his streams his drop down list of emails, and I've seen that mershcomedy@gmail.com is on there, but it doesn't mean it's this account. So let's find out if it's this account. Again, this is from September 22nd, 2007. At some point around 2011 or 2012, he had to connect a Gmail to this. He's no longer, by the way, 33. Anybody else thinking what I'm thinking with that?
Absolutely Illuminati.
Yikes. What kind of degrees are we talking here? So he's youtube.com patreon.com/Mersh33. Let's open that up in a new tab here. Oh, well, this is the Wayback Machine thing. So the Wayback Machine didn't grab it. Let's go to present day Mersh33. This is youtube.com/Mersh33. Let's see what comes up. Oh, Mersh Comedian. Oh, this is his verified for sure YouTube account. He's at Mersh Comedian now. Guess what? This is mershcomedy@gmail.com. It's the same YouTube account. So this whole thing of I didn't even have a Gmail and blah, 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 100% lie. Found some other cool stuff in there too, by the way. Here's Menace to Sobriety. The long, our elusive, one of our two holy grails of Mersh content. We did a whole thing about his album Killjoy. He had a second one called Menace to Sobriety. Turns out he sold it on Cafe Press. This is why we can't find it anymore. It doesn't exist. I've scoured the internet for this. You can see his track list here, though. He's got Haters. Number one is Haters. A common theme throughout his life, I suppose. When would this have been? Like, I think this was like 2011 or 2012 as well, actually.
Can you post that link in the chat?
Mm-hmm. Number two is you're not going to find the thing. It's not going to play anything. Just if
no, I know. There's just data on there that.
Okay.
What to say?
Number two track, Mershisms. So you got and right and you know what I mean and hey, how old are you? La 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 la. Mershisms. Number three, Vices. Whoa, throw it up on the big board. Vices. Number four, Smoking. All right. Number five, Pet Peeves. Number six, and my favorite, Mersh on Kids.
Not Mersh and kids, but Mersh on kids.
Mersh on Kids, everyone. The last track is called When Mersh Attacks as well, which is interesting. And then here was another little funsy one that I found. This is so,
oh my God.
All right. So remember he mentioned Photo Bucket? Well, I can't find a Photo Bucket for him, but it turns out he did have a Flickr. So, which makes me think like, oh, okay, Photo Bucket. He said that because he's trying to point away from anything he did have. He was friends with only one person on Flickr. He had no photos uploaded himself, and it was this person named Angel on Fire. This is not Mersh's account. Don't bother this person. He friended this person, though, because they took photos of him. They took a particular famous photo of Mersh. As a matter of fact, this is just some random black woman, and she happened to be at the Westboro Baptist Church protest. And wouldn't you know it, fucking Mersh showed up. Lightning crash. Blah. Hey, Mersh, Dracula called. He'd like his cape back. And no, I'm not talking about his weird little coat. I'm talking about his hair. Look, there's the strap to keep it around Dracula's neck. He had the hairstyle of a Dracula's cape. One of the Earth's Draculas. He had a chin strap beard. Look at that. There's literally just slime or crud. He's got crud in his balding, bizarre mane. I've shown this picture a million times. This picture makes me laugh so much. This is the full quality version of it, by the way. Rocking not only the New Rock 99X shirt to show you he's a radio guy, he's also wearing the staff lanyard all access pass from 99 Rock. That's how much. Hey, guys, he worked in radio. Okay. He worked in fucking radio.
They're cyberbullying me to death.
Oh, hey, nice little juice box, queer. I got my little juice with me. He brought his little juice out with. He kept this lanyard on so that everybody there in the. Actually, presumably, this is the Westboro Baptist Church out at an event. So presumably, the radio station sent Mersh there as their stunt boy, the lowest guy on the radio. When they put a guy's voice on the radio, I mean, you're already pretty low on the radio. But when you're the stunt boy, where they're sending you out to the little events to get wild and crazy, you are Stuttering John. The Dabbleverse, ladies and gentlemen. Mersh was the original Dabbleverse, man. And he brought his little Tropicana with him. Yuck, by the way. Disgust. Look at his hands. Oh! Those chewed, gnarled nails. We know he chews. We've seen him go for the goods of it, the bones.
I've heard him swallow it.
Feel good.
Oh, yeah.
Bones to make us feel good.
They are so nubby. This Tropicana looks photoshopped in. This is like the world's worst ad for orange juice. Drink Tropicana, it will gnarl your hands. It looks like someone's about to make their final wish on the monkey's paw. And by the way, why is the inner crease of your thumb bathtubbian?
Oh, yeah.
What is going on there? Why is there a horrific wrinkle? It's scrotal. The inside of his fingers are straight up scrotal. Scrotal recall, this picture is. So, famous Mersh pick, but check this out. This is your hero of the Imperium. The right-wing Christian man is spitting on the Westboro Baptist Church, and look at that little fucking hand. What is going on with this? If you told me this was 3 fetuses piled up in Dracula's cape, I would believe you. Okay? I'd have no clue how his arms function. That thing tapers off. It's like a Powerpuff Girl's arm. There's almost not fingers going on there, by the way. Balding. Very good. And then he hawks a loogie on a woman who is taller than him.
That's
Nice.
embarrassing.
Yeah, a little bit. Nice. And here he is. What can only be described. Here he is.
Jeez.
What can only be described as shambling away. His medicated shoes stumbling around as he tries to run away. I have to be clear about something. I've seen the video. I don't have it pulled up. That YouTube channel I showed you a minute ago, like his whole reason for having that YouTube channel was this moment right here to put that video up. He had stand up on there and stuff as well, but this was it. And he had comments on there. Oh man, thank you so much for spitting on the abortion protesters. I've seen the video. The greatest part and the reason, look at the shit-eating grin on the, how funny, by the way, now looking back. Can I say this? We love the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Ahead of the curve.
This is awesome. We're going to be doing this soon, by the way. Yeah. You know where they are? They are protesting, they're protesting a Marine funeral. I can't even do the math on that. That's like incredible. That's like a new way of going about things. Okay. And this is old. They're thinking in 4D, they're hypercubic with their thoughts here. You couldn't untangle that Gordian knot and explain it to me, but it sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
So I saw the video. Look at her shit-eating grin. She's laughing at him because Mersh is cross-eyed and he missed. This is his biggest moment ever. He spit at her and he missed. This is what's the guy's name from Westboro?
Oh, the girl,
the guy, like the big guy, the big guy from the head honcho, Mr. Westboro Baptist, yeah. Whatever that dude's name is, Steven Universe, I think his name is. Fred Phelps. That's his daughter right there. So Mersh had the opportunity to spit right. He once again had the opportunity to shoot his DNA at a child of somebody. and missed entirely. Only fucking Mersh could do that. Incredible. Here comes the turn. You ready for this? The answer is no.
Uh-oh.
The answer is no. So let's talk about it. Mersh, of course, just, he eviscerated my gay op just then. There's only, it's the only way I can put it. It's the only way, I mean, it's true. Because it didn't work. He's right. You see, Mersh made fun of me during that episode. He said he was in the group chats with all the Dabbleverse guys. By the way, once again, proving my theory that all these guys are like in the same fucking pocket. They're in some sort of group DM on Twitter. And they saw the henchmen tagging all the Dabbleverse guys and nobody biting. That was his big thing during that episode. That's why that was a victory lap for him. Is the only person who bit was Aaron Imholt. Here's the reveal. Okay? I've been sitting on... So Aaron was right. In that video, he said I had a little Mersh powder I've been keeping dry. You have no idea how dry.
Okay.
Okay. So I told all the henchmen, and you guys can back me up on this. The night that we did this, I said, no Dabbleverse people are going to bite on this, right? Didn't I say that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Not a single one.
Yeah.
Because that was the plan. Months ago, we had an episode of the show. Is this one still missing? I can't remember if we found this one or not. We had an episode of the show called Mersh in Satan's Service. Our other big holy grail Mersh moment is Mersh's satanic wedding video.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, months ago, I was digging around on the internet looking for Mersh's satanic wedding video. And I found a lot of stuff. A lot of old stuff came up. Now, I told you that this whole episode with the Mersh's Tumblr thing, this was posted in our Discord by a viewer of the show, by a henchman. He found all this stuff. That was sort of true. There was a little bit of a lie in there because what I didn't tell you is I already knew about the Tumblr. In fact, everybody should have already known about the Tumblr. You see, when I went digging for his wedding video, I went to Kiwifarms, speaking of Josh Moon, and I went to Mersh's thread. And I started going back through all the old posts. Maybe somebody had a lead on something, a long time ago. And sure enough, and you can go check this out for yourself, like 3 or 4 pages in, someone found the Mersh Tumblr. But they just wrote it off. They was like, I found mersh.tumblr.com. Maybe it's his, maybe it's not. I don't know. Doesn't seem like much there. Well, I saw that. I go, Mersh? Tumblr? Are you kidding me? Again, this is months ago. Well, I'll check the website. Let me take a look here. Mersh and Satan's Service. Satan. We're just going to search the site. This was April 20th, let's say. Happy birthday. To no one in particular. So around April 20th, I see this Tumblr. I go, I got to look at this Tumblr. I got to see what's going on. Obviously Mersh must be doing something embarrassing. Now, I didn't do the amount of research that the guy who posted in Discord did, but I did notice something was amiss. I knew about the Tumblr breach. I knew about the Tumblr TOS change because PodAwful's website, podawful.com, was originally hosted on Tumblr. So when they changed their TOS, I lost a bunch of episodes of my show because they were now against TOS all of a sudden. They changed the TOS because they discovered that not only were people posting these really horrible things, but a lot of the pornographic materials that were fully allowed on Tumblr turns out were CSAM. Obviously, I wasn't posting anything like that, but when I saw that Mersh had missing posts on there, when I saw that things had been removed due to community guidelines, obviously, you check the Wayback Machine, see what the fuck's going on there. And I had put it together months ago that Mersh was potentially paranormal. You may recall that it was right around the same time that I said, we need to let up on Mersh. We need to give him some room. We've got this thing with the Rumble suing with Milo, and he is like so low right now. We're worried he's going to put a gun in his mouth. What's the one thing that could happen to a guy that might make him pull the trigger? It's being exposed for something like this.
Yeah.
So while we watch that episode of him riding high, this is why. Mersh was only able to weather this storm because I waited. Now, here's what happened. Remember the episode I did about Mersh, Patrick Melton, and Cog? The three Mershes?
Yeah.
I was originally going to reveal this stuff. And I'm glad I didn't because we found out more info since then. But I was originally going to do the big reveal on that episode. That episode was meant to be the culmination of this. Think about it. Patrick Melton accused. I don't believe that stuff, by the way, but he's been accused of stuff. Cog, credibly accused by his brothers for being one. Wouldn't it be funny to add Mersh to the list right here at the point where he's being added to the Dabbleverse? He's just now potentially getting those super tips. You see, and I cannot say who it is, I got tipped off by somebody in the know that Mersh was reaching out behind the scenes to try to get on super tips, that Mersh was doing so bad that he was trying to make amends with Patrick Melton so he could make money and get on super tips. Little birdie. Now, this little birdie didn't know that I had this info. They had no clue, and I didn't tell him. I was like, okay, cool, good info. And that's when I started hatching that episode. Last minute, I decided, you know what? He hasn't gotten the super tips yet. We're still too low. Like the Dabbleverse is now accepting him, but he hasn't made any money. We can't pull this trigger yet. I also didn't want there to be any conflation as if to say that I think Patrick Melton is also. I didn't want that to happen. I knew people would spin it that way. So I held back. Why did I wait? Why have I been waiting and telling you guys we need to build Mersh up? We need him riding high. We need him to feel invincible. I knew because everybody, this is the way the world works now. Everybody's on a side. You're left or you're right. You're pro Charlie Kirk or you're anti Charlie Kirk. You are pro Aaron Imholt or you're anti Aaron Imholt. This is the way the Diddleverse thinks. I've had a guy who replies to every single fucking thing I do, demanding me to call out and address and make fun of Aaron Imholt for like months now. In fact, since about the same time as I discovered this info on Mersh, this guy has been hounding me about it. And the first time he said it, I said, I make fun of Aaron I don't like Aaron. We're not friends. Like, I appeared on his show a couple times. It's funny to make fun of him, but we're not friends. No matter what he thinks or says, this wasn't good enough for that guy because you are either on his side or on the other side. I'm not on a side. And this is why you can't be on a side. I knew that while Mersh was becoming, again, I had a birdie in my ear. I knew Mersh was about to become the darling of the Dabbleverse. I knew that I could drop this fucking Travuth Navuk on the Dabbleverse and they would stick with Mersh even though he is now provably a pedophile. I have had, over the years, many goons, okay? Many goons who are, in fact, registered pedos, provably pedos. And what happens a lot of the times is it gets too hard for these guys and they start trying to team up with each other. They create a legion of goon to try to take me down. And how many times have we laughed at these people because they are willing to work with a pedo in order to fight me?
Every time.
Every fucking time. It's crazy. It's crazy how many times that's happened. I know from personal experience, this is how people operate. Everything's aside. The inflection point, 9-10, never forget, Charlie Kirk, the neck blood, the children, the wife, the memorial.
31.
33. 33 degrees, 33 angles. Trump, autism, Tylenol, announced at the Charlie Kirk Memorial for some reason. All of it adds together. No, listen, I knew going into this that the Dabbleverse is so mentally fucked by Aaron Imholt, who I also think is a goober, just to be clear. They're so fucked by him. They will willingly and openly work with pedos in order to make fun of a man who is just bad at radio. Okay? Your biggest gripe on earth is that a guy's got a really, really mediocre podcast. And you're like, fuck it. I don't give a shit. If you say he stinks, you're with us. As long as that's all you ever say, you're on our side. So I released the episode. We did the episode, but of course it had to be in the pizza fund. This is why I sent the henchmen out there. This is why I told them, tag every Dabbleverse guy. There was a problem. We're not Dabbleverse people. We don't know any of them. We literally couldn't think of any names. The only name we could come up with was Aaron. I think maybe Nick Ricada we also did, which obviously Nick isn't going to cover any of it. We knew that. That's like an obvious one. So we had to contact our 3, Dabbleverse knowledgeable people and go, just start throwing names at us. We were spamming it on purpose. It was meant to look insane. Now, what I didn't think would happen, and again, I said, they're not going to cover it. I'm shocked. I'm not shocked Aaron covered it. I am shocked that someone clipped Aaron covering it. Even that I thought would be a bridge too far, but Stalin19 is also a pod awful guy, so that's probably why. So he gets no credit for that. There's no credit. Nobody gets any credit. Okay? I knew no one would fucking cover it, but what I didn't know is that Mersh would openly on his show confirm that he was in group chats, in DMs with the people that we were tagging and running cover for himself and getting them to agree to not cover it. See, that's what you're saying when you say you're in a DM and you're all watching and going, oh, look at this, look at these spurgs. We're not going to cover it. The entire point was to make it impossible to ignore. You admitted that we made it impossible to ignore. You admitted that the people we tagged saw what we were tagging them in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our second ever confirmed give them nothing moment.
Well played.
In 2019, I did a little parody of Revenge of the Cis. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I didn't know there would be fallout over it. We find out after the fact, Mersh and Royce are melting down in their Discord losing their fucking minds that this has happened. This was career ending, potentially, in their minds for them. I now had set up a condo with a lanai rent-free inside their heads. They were scrambling in their Discord, which had almost nobody in it. I don't know what they were so concerned with, but we had a mole in there. They were screenshotting. They sent me the screenshots, and Mersh demanded, while all the people were saying, should we go watch that Pod Awful? A couple people had already seen it, and they were going, I thought it was pretty funny. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Mersh's response was, give them nothing. That entire episode you just watched was Mersh going, go watch Pod Awful. Go follow, subscribe to him. Follow him on Twitter. But now we know the truth. Behind the scenes, he was secretly scared for his life and telling people, give them nothing. Never forget this. This is now provable, obvious, and true. And if I'm lying, someone in one of these group DMs Mersh is talking about, screenshot it. Share it. Share it and show that he wasn't running cover. Just do the whole thing. You have the keys. Much like Mersh had the keys to prove the Tumblr wasn't his, it's now in your hands. And I want you to remember this from now on. We've been making fun of and mocking this fucking Dabbleverse concept. Not the people in it, the concept, the losers that spend their time thinking about this shit. We've been mocking this now for what? 2 years almost? All because Aaron Imholt stole Mr. Burgers, the goon, from me. We got thrust into this shit. And I said from that day, I would destroy the Dabbleverse. Earlier this year, I said, I can't do it. I can't put the time in. I can't concentrate. I can't follow along with it. These guys are losers. Who gives a shit about 2006 Shock Jock Radio? And so I hired Ethan Ralph to do it for me. And I sicked Ethan Ralph on Aaron Imholt. I said, he's the nucleus. You destroy Aaron Imholt, and the rest comes with it. And then Ethan failed. I hate to say it, but Ethan failed. It was pretty good at first. It was kind of a fun show. And then he failed. And nothing happened. And then Aaron started to kind of destroy the Dabbleverse himself from within by getting HROs on people. They're not allowed to talk about him. And then Keanu somehow made Nick Rekieta the biggest laughing stock of the Dabbleverse, and it started to crumble. And I announced at that moment, this is the end of the Dabbleverse. And everybody took what I said wrong. They thought that that meant that it's over. No. It's the beginning of the end. And I said that because I knew at the time that I had this Tumblr info. You see, when the birdie told me that Mersh was desperate for money, he was willing to work with Melton to get that money. He's willing to start covering Dabbleverse stuff. By the way, this is a complete 180 turn for Mersh, right? He was like, fuck Dabbleverse stuff. I invented the Dabbleverse. I don't even talk about the Dabbleverse. He's spun around totally, made himself the most appealing he can possibly be to these freaks, and he's made it everything. We've been watching Nightwave probably once a week at least. We watch Nightwave in Discord. Every time, it doesn't matter. We watch it at random. Every time, all he talks about is Aaron Imholt and the Dabbleverse. Every single time. I knew because I watched him do it with Dan Schneider and the 4chan coverage. He stole that coverage. The whole thing with Dan Schneider, they pretended they invented that they found all that stuff. You remember that? They pretended that they had done the sleuthing, that they were journalists, and uncovered that Dan Schneider was a pedophile. Meanwhile, they were just getting all their info from 4chan and Twitter. You could just go find it yourself. I have watched Mersh do this exact move over and over again in order to chase a measly little penance of money the tiniest little crumb of dime, he's willing to do anything. He's anybody's dog for a bone. So when I had this birdie in my ear, I said, I know what I must do. I must make Mersh end the Dabbleverse. Now, Mersh has been saying that he's going to destroy the Dabbleverse. He's been just, by dear God's miracles, he has been, this is our official salute, by the way, H2BH and H2BH to you. He has been telling them, I'm going to destroy the Dabbleverse, even if it means taking myself out with it. Here you go, Mersh. You going on air saying, notorious pedophile Mersh. I'm Mersh. I'm a pedophile. Come and get me, boys. I can't believe this is happening. This is like the way I dreamed it. It's insane. It's not, it shouldn't be this easy, but it was. It was. So from now on, you cannot watch the Diddleverse without knowing it's the Diddleverse. They're running cover for this guy. He's admitting it. It is proven. He refuses to show any evidence to the contrary. And by the way, I'm willing to take all of this back. I'm willing to retract it all if he can just prove somehow that he is not really connected to this account. How likely is that? Ask yourself, how likely is that? How possible is that at this point? If you are a part of the Diddleverse, you are now implicated. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the Dabbleverse. We'll be right back with more. More? Yeah, that's right. More. After this.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cults.
Charlie Kirk died. Okay, so people in the chat are saying TDD, total Dabbleverse death. Yeah, I do agree with that.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Hey, did you guys know recently I went what's called mini viral.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went mini viral. Okay, check this out. I tweeted this. Charlie Kirk died. King Cobra died. All right. Now, I did this is kind of a weird one for me. I just had this idea. I kept seeing people making AI Charlie Kirk in heaven images. And so I just had this image stuck in my head of Charlie Kirk meeting King Cobra, because they did it with Cobra too. They were like, had him meeting Hulk Hogan and Ozzy and stuff, right? So I was like, how funny would it be for these two to meet in heaven? Jewish heaven, obviously, for Cobra's sake and for Charlie's sake. Everybody kept saying to me, I don't think Cobra would want to go to heaven. And I kept reassuring them, don't worry, it's Jewish heaven. It's exactly where he wants to be. I know it looks different. The lightning, pay attention to the lightning. That's like awesome for him, right? So I tweeted this out. This is obviously AI. I made this in 2 seconds. I didn't put 2 thoughts into it. I tweet this out, and then I start going to work like I'm busy with other stuff on the computer. I don't check Twitter for hours. I tweet this at, whatever time. It's like 8 hours later. I think, oh, I should look at Twitter. And this had gone mini fucking viral. All right, how many views does this have? 26,000 views. That's mini viral, guys. In fact, and if you don't agree with that, it was so viral that Hypocrite. You guys know Hypocrite? I was on his show one time. Twice, actually.
It's been more than it's been more than
A
once.
few times. His name's Lyndon Perry. He got mentioned at the top of this show a few times, right? I told him I was on his show once. I was like, he was like, he kept calling me Pod Awful. I was like, my name's Lyndon. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, my name's Lyndon. He's like, that's my name. And I was like, no, come on, man. There's no way. And he's like, yeah, that's my name too. Swear to God. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. What are the odds? And he just believed me. Just believe me that my name was Lyndon. Anyway, he was named after the currency in Second Life. Speaking of Second Lives, I guess he had the same idea and somehow managed to get the AI to spit out the exact same image of Cobra and Charlie Kirk meeting in heaven. So obviously he stole this meme from me. I was pissed when I saw this because I'm thinking, like, I've been on your show, man. Like, listen, you want to steal from other people? Fine, I guess. But you follow me. I'm not your free content farm for you to get. He's monetized on Twitter. I wouldn't give a shit probably if he wasn't. If he just stole it and he wasn't. He's making money on this. Is slop. He's like Royce style Twitter slop posting for Elon bucks. His whole career is just theft and slop. He just steals things and makes money off of it. But I hate to say this, you know, my wife watches his show and she was like so upset that I was going to be talking about him tonight. But buddy, a little attribution, please. By the way, I got over 1,000 likes on mine. He got fucking 500 and he didn't get even half of the same number of likes, which thank you to the algorithm gods, to Al Gore and his rhythm, and for inventing the internet. For that one, for that measly little bump there. And then, of course, people are in the comments of his thing going, this is so great. You did a great job making this. Hello? This is my idea. So, obviously, fuck him. I mean, seriously, fuck him. Literally, your whole life's work is to fill people's doom scroll with slop. Stolen slop. It's like the worst type of slop. This is depression. When you are seeing this guy's tweets on your timeline, that's the thing that makes you get that doom scroll depression. And of course, thank you to everybody who replied to him and they're like, credit Pod Awful. You stole this from. I didn't tell anybody to do this, by the way. I never asked for anyone to do this. Classic Jesse X post getting stolen at Pod Awful from the twisted mind of Jesse X. From the warped stylings of Jesse X comes a meme that you've never seen. This, and again, this is a throw. I don't give a shit about this meme. I got to be clear. I don't actually give a fuck about this at all, but fuck you. You're going to make your slop bucks off of my AI's hard work. I had to pay for that AI, by the way. I paid for ChatGPT. So you're going to owe me some of these bucks or you're going to owe me a shout out or something. I'm sick of this shit. He gets away with it. I know. I've seen him say like, so what? It's just it's just the internet, man. People steal memes all the time. Guess what? You're Canadian Mersh. Didn't see that one coming. I'm not saying he's a pedo. Although, there was the accusation. The best goy accusations. I don't know anything about that, but I don't know anything about that. I'm not saying that. I would never say that. I am saying you're British Mersh. You look like Mersh. All your shit is Twitter right-wing slop. It's stolen like Mersh's stuff. But he is married, so he does have a leg up on Mersh that way. I don't know how raped by a baby he is. Canadian Mersh, ladies and gentlemen, and do start referring to him that way. It really has been a hard month, man. If King Cobra and Charlie Kirk just take you out, if that's too much for you, yoinks. Rest in peace, Cobes. I'm looking for the ones that aren't. So many people are saying, why are you stealing from Pod Awful? Josh got his teeth back in heaven. Wasn't that guy a Satanist? This is, look at this idiot. This is really genuinely beautiful. Okay, freak. Anyway, Hypocrite is now my enemy. Mersh Hypocrite. Anyway, speaking of Charlie Kirk, speaking of right versus left and the leftists, one of the fun things I saw, this was so insane. You guys are not going to believe this. Did you, maybe you saw, wait, hang on a second. Oh yeah. Maybe you saw this on my timeline. I posted, everybody was posting these. Everybody had great ones. I saw so many funny leftists being fired for their Charlie Kirk opinions. You guys see these meltdowns, these libtard meltdowns?
Yeah, I saw one.
Absolute
like, okay,
freak
I saw this in
outs.
2016.
Yeah, there was one that was like, actually 15 of them were from just other shit from like years ago or from Fish Tank or from, anyway, it doesn't matter. But the one I saw was real. And yeah, I was afraid too, seeing this stuff, you know, because I saw it on Hypocrite's Twitter, you know, a lot of these meltdowns. And now Hypocrite is my enemy. So I would love for something really bad to happen where I could get back at I want to get back at him. I want to like fucking troll him somewhere. Anyway, I saw this trans, it's like we're hitting the bingo on this one. Trans, libtard, literal tard, meltdown, lost job. I'm the one who reported their job. They lose their job because of Charlie Kirk comments. Isn't that cool? I got somebody fired. I did it. So I put together a little compilation here. If you hadn't seen the video, I put together this little compilation explaining what exactly happened. Their Charlie Kirk comments, how they lost their job. I got them fired. This is a trans libtard. For some reason, it will not full screen. Why is that not full screening? Okay, hang on a second. We're going to get a trans libtard here in just a second. Let me try, and I also can't click out of it.
Whoa.
Okay, scary. I can't quit it either. Okay, will it play? No. All right. Well, this is kind of important. So
it's all that grease built up.
Yeah, this is one of the greasiest trans libtards you've ever seen. They're like a clown bait. This is Clown World. Okay. Well, I tell you what, while I figure this out, we'll do a little bit of news from 40 minutes into the dark future. So, YouTube, it was announced. It's apparently YouTube was censoring people for political reasons. You guys heard about this? The Biden administration, it was found 100%, this is apparently confirmed, did force YouTube to ban people for political reasons. And now the Justice Department or something, I don't know, the government is now holding YouTube accountable for this. And everybody is going, yes, finally, this is great. And so I keep getting messages going, Jesse, does this mean you can get your YouTube account back? And I'll tell you what I told all of them. No! Fuck no. No, I'll never get it. By the way, here's why. Okay. Number one, Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones. I'm not kidding. Ryan texted. Everybody has been saying this to me. Ryan texted me today and he was like, dude, have you seen this? Are you getting your account back? And I was like, fuck no, of course not. He's like, what? Why? And then before I could even respond to him, he texted me a screenshot saying, Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones' new YouTube accounts were banned by YouTube today. And he's like, never mind. Yeah, it ain't ever gonna happen. YouTube has now come out and said that they're going to do a pilot program where they let on a certain number of people again who were banned for political reasons. Now, number one, I wasn't banned for political reasons. That's not why I was banned. So that's silly. I'm not political. Okay? That's why it's crazy I was banned. The government didn't have me banned. Number two, I'm not famous, so they're not going to bring me back. They're only going to bring back people that will make them money, but not be controversial enough for them. This is all fake. They're not going to, nothing will happen, which is why what I've been advocating this entire time, what should happen, there we go. I think I got it now. What should happen is that everyone who works at YouTube should be sent to Gitmo.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. That is my hot take. 40 minutes into the dark future. Ladies and gentlemen, a trans libtard melting down, losing their job thanks to me.
Videos I made during my Manic episode has something to do with Charlie Kirk. Fucking Nazi. Go fuck yourself and fuck off. No one likes you. No one smart likes you. Anyone who actually likes you has an IQ of a turnip. A turnip. I'll just go off on a rant about you, because you know what? Fuck you. Charlie Kirk sucks, and you suck for liking it or supporting it whatsoever. That's just a fact. You're all a bunch of losers. Anyone who likes him should just consider killing themselves. I'm done with this. I'm not going to take up the ass anymore. I'm going to burn all Nazis. You heard me, fucking Nazis. You're going down. Not going to strip naked. Not going to do anything too weird. Probably get banned for this video anyway, because you guys will report me for no reason. And he has video about Charlie Kirk's death. Man, little bitch. Die, Nazi scum.
I am the FBI. You will all die. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Ah! Ah!
Explaining what happened to my job. I was fired. After 2 days, last week, after 2 days of being back from Oklahoma on Saturday night late and having to stay at a hotel, I was jet lagged. I wasn't performing very well. So Wednesday, I think I called in, and then I had a meltdown because of the Charlie Kirk assassination, and that I posted some things making fun of it and got fired for that. He takes up the ass probably. So you guys are going to report this video anyway. You guys are all going to lie about me, so might as well go slip out. Nazi. Come on, ban me, YouTube. All right, you losers and Nazi flaters. Charlie Kirk assassination get fired for talking about it. Very disappointing. Pay wasn't worth it. Every day I had to go in, and almost every day I had to ask for access to the iDrive, asking them to fix everything because it likes you as shit. Darf, I'm an employee. I'd like to eat curry and ban people for being white and being offensive and impolite. Darf. We're going to ban this video and give you a second strike, young boy. Darf. If you delete this, I will sue you. I'm a trans person. Or I'm a trans person now, bro. I inadvertently doxed a woman from Tennessee, Samantha, by posting her details. F-slur, N-bomb, R-word,
Insane, deranged, trans liberal has meltdown over being fired from they-them job after mocking Charlie Kirk's death on Facebook.
This is a message from the FBI. Samantha Bird, aka Samantha Woods, born October 8, 1980, is threatening and harassing me and attempting to dox Birdsong 4J, whose details will not be mentioned. Beep, 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 beep. Tennessee police report a racist woman from Tennessee. Samantha, you're gonna die, I am the FBI, you will all die! Fuck you! Ah! Ah!
What a shame. And then somebody said that they didn't think it's real. And then this guy, Jesse from PodAwful, he says, yes, it's real. And after losing the job, he started pooping all over everything.
I have the OCD with bathrooms, so I locked myself out of the new bathroom, and I never use the bathroom. There's a little bit of poop in the toilet. I poop out like a dog, actually, because also I can't use the toilet. I have ulcerative colitis. This is it's a shit stain on my mattress here. Stain. Yep. I poop outside. I started wiping out with paper towels on the floor. I have to poop outside.
Still think it sounds like a guy faking being crazy. He's really committed to the bit. And he's smearing shit everywhere. But the $1 million question for me is, how did this guy have a job to begin with? If he's this scatterbrained and unhinged, what was he doing to begin with?
This is my poop. I'm taking my own poop. My own shit, literally. You look outside here. This is some there's some flies that I put some rate on it. This is stuff. Yep. There you go. I'm not done. I'm just getting started though. I'm just getting started. I can't turn it off yet. All right.
There you go, chat.
Jack Pittsburgh sent $3 on Rumble. Most sane shit lib.
Thank you, Jack Pittsburgh, bringing all new meaning to the term shit lib.
Even though you guys say it, I'm a white slave.
Say you're a white slave.
I'm a white slave.
Say you're a little bit.
I'm a bad little bit.
Well, got him. All right. That's politics, everybody. Politics. I Hypocrite. Thank you so much for playing my content, I Hypocrite. Oh well. Hey, speaking of politics and Charlie Kirk and the 2 weeks. Remember the 2 weeks? Let's go back 3 months ago real quick to another goon of ours. Alex Stein had on a guest. Let's see what they had to say about Charlie Kirk 3 months ago.
But I do like Tim Pool. People tease my buddy Tim Pool. I will defend Tim because Tim and I are actually friends. But yeah, no, Ben Shapiro, he absolutely sucks. Okay, this is the last thing, though. I know we got to let you go. You talk about not being too influential, and that is actually a real thing because you don't want to be this guy. You say one tweet and it causes all this stuff. But what do you think about the people that are influential? Charlie Kirk, a guy like, what do you think about these people? Should we actually trust these politicians and these influential?
Is Charlie Kirk influential?
Kind of. Yeah, he is. I would say he's very influential.
I don't know who the fan. I mean, I have a hard time visualizing.
Well, I'm speaking at CLS, and I'm not saying this to debate you, but I'm speaking at CLS, and
this is you 3 months ago.
And it's a 501c3, so it's a nonprofit organization, but they pay for nearly 5,000 students that are part of the organization to get a free trip, to go on 3 free trips a year. And it's a good thing for them. It's a good thing for his organization. So honestly, Sam, I'm not just saying this when it comes to college kids that aren't all whacked out, that are anti-abortion, that actually have like a brain in their fucking head. Turning Point USA is one of the best organizations. And I've spoken at 20, I think this last year I spoke at over 20 colleges. So you might not watch a lot of Charlie's content, but what he's actually doing for the actual, as gay as it might sound, the culture war, however you want to put it.
Is he a pro-Israel guy?
Very pro-Israel, but he's the type of guy.
His culture war input doesn't matter.
But Sam, no, let me debate you.
Then he's just a set of teeth to me. Then he's just a set of teeth.
But let me debate you on this real quick.
I don't care if he's wrong on the most important issue. Then he's just another set of teeth.
Sam, you say this. You say this
in a head that's too big.
In my head's too big, but Sam, let me say.
Just a set of small teeth in a head that's too big. I don't know him. I haven't seen his stuff.
I love Charlie Kirk. You can't make fun of Charlie Kirk. But what about this argument? Real quick.
I don't believe that he's got love in the streets.
Sam, what do you say? Sam, what do you?
I did not add that sound effect, by the way. Just to be clear, did you hear that? Did somebody else do that?
Yeah. This argument, real quick.
I don't believe that he's got love in the streets.
Sam, what do you say? Sam.
That's in the real episode.
What do you say?
All I know is this got a big head and a small set of teeth. If he believes that we should be at war with Iran, he's just a
Sam saying he's
I don't know if he wants this to be a war with Iran. I think he actually has been critical of that, a person about Charlie. But Charlie's a very devout Christian, and he really respects and he shares the Bible, the First Testament, with.
You should change his name to Chunky Chicken.
I don't think he's going to do that, but we love Charlie Kirk. We love Sam Hyde. We love Charles
Who's
Carroll.
we? Just, are you talking about the people on the screen right now, or just you?
Me and the mouse in my pocket, and the people
Chunky Chicken.
that are
Me and the
watching this.
watermelon.
Well, Jimmy, what was the chat saying? I feel like Sam got mad at me at the end. I hope Sam's not mad.
No one's mad. It was good banter.
That was.
I remember. See, I remember that. I saw that, and I remember that happening. I thought that bit was really funny because I was thinking the same thing. And then it turns out 3 months later, he's like the most important guy that ever existed on Earth. It's like it's Jesus then him, and it's not even close. So, look, obviously, this not to throw any shade anywhere, not to throw any shade on Charlie, certainly not to throw any shade on Sam. That is just the only point I have in playing that is I just need everybody. I said this the day it happened. If I had a time machine, I would love to take you back to 1 week before Charlie Kirk was senselessly murdered and get your opinion. Have you ask you your opinion on Charlie Kirk. That's that moment.
Is this like a Hitler time machine sort of thing?
Yes, except you can't rape baby Hitler in this one. Unless you're only allowed to travel to one point in time. And if you did go back there, you would be mesmerized, hypnotized by those eyes and his dark oratory of baby Hitler. He would goo and gah you in such a way that you may, in fact, be mershed by him. The general point here is let's simmer down. We're already simmering down. This is what I predicted. 2 weeks and everything will start to simmer. Here's where things are at. Everyone said we're now allowed to make lefties homeless because they didn't like the same guy as me, even though I didn't like that guy a week ago. All right, that's where we were. And now 2 weeks later, everyone's going, fuck YouTube. They're anti-free speech. I thought we weren't free speech constitution guys anymore. I can't keep up on which type of guy everyone is anymore. Here's the type of guy I am, because I've been the same type of guy the entire time. I think you should be able to say anything. And I mean anything you want to do. And it's your actions that are really, really, really the worst fucking thing you could ever do. And even in the senseless world where we have people celebrating an innocent man's death in the sickest way possible, I equally think, and that's terrible because those, the kids, the family, they're going to see these things. That's always there for them to see. That's terrible. I also think it's bad to keep sharing the video of his neck exploding because, they're going to see that too forever. In fact, that will be the only memory of their father. See, these were equally bad things. Now, this isn't a both sides are bad. No, one side shot the man. That's the worst side. Don't become the people you hate. You're fomenting something. You're raging something. And it's all a grift. Let's just be honest about it. It's all a grift. You want certain things to happen and you want to make money when they do happen. And most of you who are foaming at the mouth over this guy you didn't care about 3 months ago, most of you aren't making money from this, so it doesn't even make any sense for you to do it. Stop it. Stop it. Here's what you should do. You should, when you go on the internet, you should have fun. The end.
Hell yeah.
Now, I would say maybe even avoid any sort of programming that, and they call it programming for a reason. Maybe avoid anything where they're telling you what to think when it comes to this particular issue, where they're giving you their ideas on how the next few weeks will work on this. Now, again, my idea was just wait it out. That was the only idea I had. If they're telling you we need to start a war, it's now fully on civil war, how silly does that sound right now? Because when I said this, people were still raw. A couple weeks ago, people were still real raw, and I got a lot of heat, a lot of anger over me saying this. You feeling a little silly yet? I'm going to check back in a few more weeks. I will do it. We are going to take your temperature on this. We're going to see. Now, obviously, a lot of crazy things could happen. That ICE shooting happened. Obviously, like things are gearing up. Sure, things
Good
are
job
getting
on
better. Huh?
Good job on the guy, the shooter.
Yeah. I only wish he hadn't killed himself so we'd know how bad he fucked up. It kind of rules. You almost can't be mad about it. Really.
I know.
I hate to say, not that I'm celebrating any sort of deaths at all, just the hypocrisy of it all, you know? I do just want to keep everything straight like that, because what happens is politics appeals to the lowest common denominator. It appeals to the stupidest people and the stupidest part of smart people. It changes you because everything is a side. The irony is you're not on a side. You don't agree with most of the things that anyone else that claims they're on the same side as you agree with. How many times have you, as let's say you're a righty kind of guy out there, how many times have you looked next to you on your line and seen like a guy dressed up like a lady, and then on the other side like some, mudman Mexican, and you're all holding the pitchforks going, we hate the other guys. And you're like, what? Hang on a second. It's that Stone Toss comic of the tug of war. You're not on a side. There are no sides. The sides don't exist. I can't be clear enough about this because, again, if you're not careful about this sort of thing, you end up on a side with a guy like Mersh. You end up on a side with the dumbest people, with the biggest losers, the people who need this sort of stuff because they don't have a personality to fill in that gap instead. You end up with a guy on your side like Spooky Charles. I know what you're thinking, huh? What'd you just say, Jesse? Now, if you don't know who Spooky Charles is, Spooky Charles is an insane guy from Brooklyn that we covered long ago on this program. He was a guest on the show. He's a ghost hunter, much like Mersh's sister. He was a ghost hunter. And his way of hunting ghosts is he's got a mirror, one of those magnifying mirrors that he would put in his bathroom, and he'd go, look, there's a ghost in the picture. And then you'd go, I don't see anything. He'd go, that's because you don't got the eyes to see. I'm the right hand of God. I'm the bringer of the law, motherfucker. Luke 12:2. Pace.
Pace.
You gotta go through the archives, I guess, for that one. I don't have time to explain Spooky Charles for you, but Spooky Charles has now he's gone from ghost hunter to political guy. Okay? That's how easy it is to become a new guy. That's how easy it is to become a politics guy. There's no bar for entry. They're letting everyone in. He's up there with Lady MAGA and I don't know, that black guy from America First. I don't know that guy's name. The big fat black guy. They're the same side. They're all the same side. Here's his video. It's called Right versus Left. He says, the following depictions prove how we, the right, do you feel like a we with this guy? Let's see. Can never coexist with the left. I have the perfect gender for these people. God's shit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, based. Actually, yes, I am on the same side as this guy, but also the gender, huh? If God created man in his image, he must take a dump as we do. These people are the product of his bowel movements. All right. Yeah, this is his video. This is his biting commentary. You can see him on Twitter all day long freaking out that nobody's sharing his AI-generated conservative memes, that he's being shadow banned. He's being censored, which is, again, a thing we're for now. So it says conservative right MAGA. And here's the Charlie Kirk memorial. They're about to raise the crystal with the harmony of their voices. And out of the floor, smoke arises, and Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple comes up. You must assemble the 3 pieces of the silver monkey. Wow. Okay, and now here's leftist, socialist, communist, DNC. Now, I know I should be able to read webdings. I know this.
I feel like you should.
I know this one's webdings. I know it's not wingdings, it's webdings. I know by looking it's webdings. I don't know what this says. I'm sure it's something real choice. Somebody do some decoding on this one for me. All right, here, let's see what the leftists look like. Aw. Oh, that's a cute puppy. A cute puppy. Wow. That's a pretty good trick. What are you mad about? What breed is that, by the way? Oh, what's that? HIV? Okay. It's not what I meant by breed, but I guess. So it is a puppy play gay guy. Okay. So I guess this is the DNC. They're having their convention, and your next president, ladies and gentlemen. That probably is Pete Buttigieg in there. So this guy's wearing a skirt. But that's not even the weirdest thing going on. He's in the leather apron club. He's calling out all of Joe Rogan's Jewish guests. He's actually based. This is actually your base. When you look next to you on the MAGA movement, this guy is standing next to you. Okay, this is Spooky Charles, by the way. Now, this is a real image of him, but he has used AI to animate it. And I can't stress this enough. The greatest part of this is he has renamed himself Neo Phoenix, comedian, controversialist, commentator, liberal leftist, kryptonite.
Wow. Hell yeah.
By the way, did you notice there that at the end it makes him a black guy by accident? The AI turned him into like a all the way black Andrew Tate. Look at that. You see it? It just for a split second, but there you go.
That's the ghost taking over.
Yeah. If I circled it with a red circle, you would suddenly see the Holy Spirit turning him black. This is the side that you're on, okay? You don't get to choose your side. That's the thing. If you join a side, you are on the side of anti-fun. You're on the side of anti-comedy. PodAwful's here to solve world comedy. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this evening. Let's see if the show works. Okay, and bye, everybody. Are we going to? Yeah, I think we're going to be good. Bye to the chat room. Bye to you guys. Thank you so much to the henchmen for joining me for this one. Thank you, everybody. And join the Pizza Fund. Get the archives. We're putting everything back up. It's refilling again. We've got new stuff on there, too, by the way. PodAwful.pizza. Till next time, have an awful day. See ya.
Jesse made a good point tonight, and I hate to say, it pains me to admit it, but when you're right, you're right.